Right, so, hello everybody. Hope you're all doing well. We are going to continue our episode of D&D here, episode number 10. I have Terry sat diligently watching the monitor in front of me, which is... Hello, bud. So, as I was chatting with you guys, just to give you guys a quick rundown of what's gone on, I'll update everybody watching. You guys arrived at Crescent Slants with the intention to investigate a missing ship, and this ship was by known as Calling's Tide, and you've since found out that it was Captain Dakar. Byron Dakar was the captain of the ship, and they were sent here on a mercantile expedition and agreement with the store owner, which is the... Sorry, I've got all the names written down, but my handwriting's awful. I'm trying to reread it. Is not great. Orman. Because the problem is, I've got real bad handwriting and I haven't typed it up. So Orman was the magical store owner, a dwarf, who had sold a large crate of shock jade, as well as some other magical items and items of intrigue. You wasn't told specifically what those items were, but you were told that they were essentially enchanted items, magical weapons, armors, and stuff can be used.
We got some specifics, but yeah.
I'll tell you what I've got.
Yeah, but not any more than that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this ship left Crescent Slants on time, which was 10... And again, I'm going to reiterate this because I know I was getting confused with having to talk about the times slightly off, but it was 10 days ago. This ship left Crescent Slants and should have arrived at 2-point warning at the Dawn in Ire with the fleet 3 days ago and didn't. So it was basically a 7-day trip that it should have been on. But obviously, come 10 days, they're trying to hail this ship, trying to use the teleporter that's on board the ship, and it's not working. There's a problem. There's a big problem. Because they obviously had on board thousands of gold's worth of things, and, you know, their ship, the crew, is all of valued property. And you guys were sent to Crescent Slants to basically see if you can find this ship, because at the moment, especially... with the conversation you had with Morgan, it's presumed either lost, whether that's sunk, captured, unknown, or it's they've basically what's the word? Not mutiny. No, it is mutiny.
Rebellion, mutiny,
yeah, where they've basically gone. They've left. They've like hid themselves. They've cut off ties and they've fled.
Desertion.
That's the fucking word I was thinking of. That was what Morgan's two main assumptions were, but obviously there's no way to prove either or at the minute.
Yeah, well, he said the teleporter, if it had just been sunk normally, the teleporter would still work. So
yeah, but it's not. It's almost as if the teleportation pad has either been broken, de-enchanted, disrupted, blocked, any of those things. And to do that, obviously...
Like skill.
Yeah, well, not only skill, but takes someone of extreme power, because to manipulate magical items and enchantments, it's a small feat.
Okay.
But you guys finished your first day's exploration. Obviously, I'll allow you guys to recap between yourselves in character what sort of information you've got, maybe get a few new ideas of where to investigate. I know the one place of particular note that you guys said you haven't investigated that you intend to is the farmhouse, where the de facto leadership of the town is, where it's just basically the one family that's decided to actually step up and, you know, grab the bull by the horn, so to speak. There are other things you have done and haven't done, and things you can collate and stuff, but I will allow you guys to do that if you so choose. Wait, other question. Did Barnett get his stuff back in his room, or is that still in the storage?
No.
God, no.
He's got to earn that shit.
He's lucky to have a room at this point.
Yeah, you nearly got de-roomed. Like, you're gonna have to...
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Like, I wanted to know where he okay.
It was 2 hours ago. Like, fuck him. Like,
all he did was guests on a ship, and now he's been de-roomed. Neely.
This is like the last in a long line of weird, counterintuitive. Like, it's not even benefiting anybody. Yeah, the bardic tree of it all.
Well, you know what?
We love Barnet, but
Oh yeah, players love
Do you?
Barnet.
Oh yeah, players love
Characters?
Barnet, yeah.
No.
Yeah, players
Yeah.
love Barnet.
Well,
That's a good
let's
way of
find
saying it.
out, because obviously we'll carry on from the next available day where you guys are able to meet up. Maybe because obviously with the Barnet situation, you guys never really had time to be like, right, what did you find out? It was all kind of separated for now, so it might be a good time for you to talk what you remember, and obviously if you need help, I'll try and chip in with what your characters remember, because obviously it's been a while because of Christmas and stuff. So please, go for it.
So we found that there was like, what was it, 5 people, 4 rooms. So someone
Yes.
booked up.
Yeah, there were
And this
4
is just
rooms.
saying, yeah.
Yeah, 5 people, 4 rooms. The captain
Yeah.
was the one that shared the room with another of the crew.
We went to somewhere where they were buying items and like things like shackles and things, and they were doing some
Yes.
haggling stuff which confused us.
Items. Yeah, they were buying shock jade for a higher price, but apparently that works out cheaper for the Baroness. In
They
the
were
long
doing
run.
some haggling thing. Yeah.
It was basically
Or
explained
massive
that they like how shops
Yeah.
sell things at a loss to make profits elsewhere. They purposely bought the shock jade at a loss to garner relations to get other shit cheaper and stuff, and yeah. But that wasn't to do with the crew that was doing the deal. That deal was made with
beforehand. Yeah.
that was the basically these guys were just the cargo couriers almost.
Yeah. Okay.
It was suspicious, but it was explained, and
No.
it makes sense now.
Not suspicious, but yeah,
Well, we thought at the time. Well, I did anyway.
just doesn't understand how economics work.
No.
Alright, not all of us went to college for business. All right, okay.
I moved box from here to there.
And Ben's a pirate.
Yes.
Ben's a pirate.
I take stuff. I don't supply and demand. I demand their supply. That's what
Hey,
happens.
that's a good start.
Yes, and then the fishermen have been like, there's some corruption. The sea elf people were saying that there was corruption spread along the seabed, and
Other ships have
and
gone
then the
missing.
fishermen, other fishermen like went missing, so the fishermen kept narrowing down there.
Yeah, because I'll take you guys to the region map actually, because I know I definitely showed that.
We have an area of some sort of corruption.
Well, there was multiple areas that were then slowly closed off, where essentially other ships had gone missing, and they've basically been reeling themselves in. Yeah, those 2 orange circles you can see here. The outer one, the one further away here, was the original area where they got closed in, and then obviously here, the reason is only ships now leave directly eastward, no ships go southward because of.
So they're
these
like full
problems.
quarantine zones of don't bother going there.
Well, the fishermen don't know what caused the ships to go missing, and these were months ago, bearing in mind. But
Right.
it was just easier and safer to just nobody goes there
Don't
because
bother.
it's not worth the risk.
Okay.
They didn't have the resources to investigate it, and it's not worth their lives to do so.
Yes, so we've got that. So then Barnet had some random men on board, and he found out nothing. I mean, the other thing is we got like that person who got killed, and that other person who got killed because he killed the other person, and then also there's the quote mayor who lives in the farmhouse that we haven't seen yet.
I think, is that what we're going
William's
to see?
Wi-Fi's just gone down. Things.
No,
it's
He's back.
Oh,
he's
Oh.
back.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
He went down for like a minute, then he just came back on. Like,
All right,
right
all right.
away.
Yeah, we're going to the farmhouse to ask about the murder, aren't we? But we're not even sure if that's relevant. It might just be a separate
Well,
thing.
why don't we try and see if we can get more information rather than leading with what we think it is? Cast the net wide again and then troll it in. No? Because if we just go,
Questions,
oh, we did
yeah.
this thing, we're going to get
Yeah.
more of what we got to yesterday, which is what's it called? Blinders, like tunnel vision.
Mm.
So
Yes.
we go
I'll
and then
pop you
try and
guys
get
back
some
on
more
the town now.
information. I wouldn't mind as well. From what I understand is that they arrived and then left within what sounds to be 24 hours,
Give or take.
right? Of them arriving.
They arrived on
They
the
stayed a night.
Yeah, they stayed
They
at
stayed
night.
a night.
So they stayed for not even 24 hours because they would have got here noonish, maybe afternoon, morning. Stayed till the night and then left in the morning.
So I always find it a bit weird, and I think this is where the suspicion has come from of, the economics, because why would, unless they were trying to cover up what they were buying, some of the items that you mentioned don't make sense. Like, why would you arrive them when you arrive in town? Like, who buys manacles in town? I know. Just bear with me on this. Something is weird. Let's go to the mayor person, and we'll go from there.
All right.
We go to the mayor person.
Please, just give me a second. I am just making some notes.
Although I apologise, I will try to do the voice for as long as I can do,
No, it's
but it is making it feel very like.
It's fine. If it's just easier for you to just not today, like I've done it when I'm not well in I just don't bother. Not worth it.
I'll try.
Just fucking
But yeah.
do whatever's easier.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, you head up to the farmhouse, and obviously, because what I remember right is the murder that happened. It was the person who was murdered was one of the workers on the farmland for the farmhouse.
The person, the killer arrived on a merchant
like a
ship.
ne'er-do-well that coming on a merchant ship.
On a merchant ship, killed the person due to some sort of
argument that was
I
had
don't
in
know.
one of the
It
taverns.
was an argument. Yeah, nothing major. And then he was executed for the murder.
Which, of the time period, it's not something that's terribly like, oh my god, that's extreme punishment.
Yeah, it's just there's something.
I was going to
missing.
say,
Does that make sense?
in
There's
a
clip.
today world, that would be really extreme, especially so quick. But obviously, in periods like this, yeah, it was a just punishment at the time. Especially when it was clear cut, because it was slam dunk case, like there was no denying it.
Oh yeah. I understand it completely for the time. It is just that's where our area of focus is.
Which, go into the farmhouse and maybe getting some more information on the murdered person, if that is a place you want to knuckle down on, is a good start because it's where he worked. But yeah, you notice.
Or even talking to Alicia at the town about the current thing that we're looking into is always a benefit, isn't it? Like,
definitely. But yeah, you approach and you can see that there are some signage, and it mentions that the family that lives here is known as the Slaters. Because you can see it's basically like various different farm signs, it's like the Slater farmstead and things like this that you see dotted about. You can see there's like a large vegetable field where people are working on it. There's like about half a dozen or so people just going around. You can see them with small knives, just like cutting at different plants and stuff, and you can see them like getting rid of some like clearly like dyed vegetables and stuff, and pruning and things like that. And it's not ready for harvest yet, but looks like it's doing well. It looks healthy. It looks good, which is nice to see. You can see there's a small windmill in the background where they probably do some processing of their own. And you'll make your way up to the farmhouse where you can basically just rack your knuckles on the door and just see if anyone answers. Or do you want to do anything else before you do that? Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to check in case anyone wanted to like peer in windows or anything, because I know that's like a thing, you know.
No, it's Josiah's just knocking on the door.
No,
Hello.
That's fair. It's just I know some people like to do things. They like to do options C, F, and Q before they do option A.
Oh, based on that, I am keeping such an eye on Barnet. Like he is there. Like
so you just
Just
put
in
Barnet in
case.
front of you and you put your hands on his shoulders.
yes, Barnet is being treated like a child. Currently, he is like
what does
yeah.
Barnet do?
I'll look later. It's nice.
It's a nice massage.
Oh, maybe it's just a bit. touch-starved and wanting friends, and so he keeps acting out because that's the only way he gets attention. I mean, you know,
Yeah, could be.
yeah.
Well, he was
So
raised
carry on.
by a horrific
An old
hag.
hag. Yeah.
She was not horrific. She was lovely.
Mm,
Yeah.
Ah.
Just because you're double jointed.
Jury's still out on that one.
He gave us the flowers.
Yeah.
Look.
Look,
Anyway,
as you guys
before
are
we
kind
get
of like
sidetracked.
quietly like discussing this amongst yourselves, the door will open and you'll see human, female, average height, build. You can see her wearing like heavy workman's clothes, but they are really nice. Not decorated, but definitely nicer quality than the works in the field. You can see like brown leather pants. You can see the shoulder straps over a white linen shirt. You can see hair tied back, it's brown, and you can see like a slightly sun-bleached skin, but not fully sun-bleached. Like it's just starting to go like that, like almost like what you know how like Spanish people have got that slightly olive skin, sort of like that. Yes, how can I help you all?
Josiah Blacksoul, we're here to ask a few questions. Yes. We're here to see the mayor, or the leader, or the person, the head honcho, the Grand Fromage.
Well, you're speaking with her at least, in name, but you're more than welcome to come in and ask a few questions. What's it about? And she kind of does this as she's kind of...
Yeah.
She's opening the door and just kind of just quickly says a word to someone. Can you just open the guest room, please, and get a pitcher of water? That would be appreciated, thank you. We'll walk and talk there. I've got a sitting room. And she'll just basically lead you down a short corridor, and then it's the second door on the left, and you can just see it's like basically just a slightly larger living room. And she's kind of asking you guys as you walk into that room, like, so what questions you here to ponder on?
My quartermaster usually has a way she likes to ask questions, so...
Thank you. I am Nivara, and you are? And she'll like lean forward to shake her hand.
Yeah, and
actually gets an
and she'll reciprocate. And despite her frame, she's stronger than she looks. Stronger than she looks, yeah. Because she's quite, although she's got a petite frame, she's quite dense. Like it's densely packed with muscle. She kind of shakes.
Is she younger or older? Like what?
I would say she's human, and I would probably say she's in her mid to late 30s.
Cool.
So just coming on to full on middle aged. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Marionette. I'm the head of the household here, at least for the time being. So what are you here to ask about anyway? And this is all as she's kind of like sitting down. A pitcher of water does come in, and she's obviously gestures to you guys to have a glass if you want, in the small metal, like mugs that you can use. It's not fancy, but she's at least trying to be accommodating.
Yeah, and Niall obviously has some of the water and make the thank yous and all that stuff.
It's nothing fancy to it. You do notice in the picture that there's a couple of like
hospitality.
Yeah, there's a couple of basic herbs in there, like when people put cucumbers in water and stuff like that. Basically, just to give it something without it being. Yeah, that's their decadence. It's about it.
Our captain, as he has already said, has we are currently on a investigation into the disappearance of a ship nearby. We've spoken to some of the townsfolk and been pointed in your direction in order to gain some additional information into what might have happened. They were here approximately around about 10 days ago and stayed overnight. Are you able to afford us any more information?
Well, we've had people come and ask already, at least basic questions, when people from the fleet. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the word fleet for a second then. Yes, a couple of people brought themselves over when the ship was apparently due back in their port, but it's not a terrible great deal that I know more than I already explained. Ship, as far as I was aware, left perfectly fine. Picked up some goods and left, but at least people in here have done the right thing, because I've always told them to try and direct people to here at least for questions, because trying to establish at least some sort of routine way of doing things. And sometimes when people come into the town, everyone's asking questions to everybody, and it's confusing. So, what specific information are you looking for on this ship then?
Well, what we know so far is that it's never arrived at its determined location. We have traveled the same path back and didn't spot it anywhere. Everybody has told us how happy and well looked after the crew was. How many crew members were there, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, don't.
Oh, sorry. Right, sorry.
I'm assuming that was an out of character. I'm assuming that was a
Yeah,
Ben
that's
comment.
out of character.
I think that was just because I think Ben was trying to be nice and helpful.
Ben was being nice and helpful, but no, he was specifically.
Good job, Ben. Good job.
Yeah, big cool.
I don't know, 5 or 6 maybe. All came in, stayed at the tavern down by the ocean, left in the morning. I didn't speak to them myself, but I'm aware at least of any important ships that come in, and I know that one was important given they were trying to set up a trade route.
Please. I heard someone make a sound as if they wanted to talk.
No. I had half a thought.
Yeah. Right.
So
I
you
take
said
it
they
you're
stayed
all...
by the ocean. Is that correct?
The tavern by the ocean, yeah. Flynn and Belfort. We keep it there. Well, we keep them there because at least anyone coming in gives them an easy place to stay. Because obviously everyone that stays here has their own domicile for the most part.
Understood. And they collected some items. Do you know what they collected?
No, I know they were collecting some things with the general store and with the enchanter town, but I don't know what they were here to collect.
Okay. I imagine at this point Naya she's not pulled out paper or anything. It's just getting like locked in that steel trap of a mind of hers.
Keen mind, yeah.
Like, keen mind. She doesn't need a notebook like another wizard we know. I don't know why I'm throwing shade.
No.
Mate, that wasn't shade. That was a whole fucking blackout curtain.
Yeah, it's like, all right.
I don't know.
She's not
I
wrong.
clearly haven't been around people for like a week, and it's just made me a bit weird.
Weird.
Okay. Oh wow! That shade got thrown right back. What was I going to say? Okay. A number of people have also believed it to be due to some sort of creature. They've said that other boats have been going missing. Can you please explain?
Yeah. People are blaming some sort of sea legend on the fishing ships that have gone missing in the past few months. But the problem is, given where we are, I don't... just think it's the problem. I think it's the problem
What's
that...
the legend? Because sometimes legends are based on fact.
Yes, but when the legend is only spread by drunken fishermen and sailors and the like, it's hard to believe any of what they say. They believe that there's some dormant god beneath the ocean that when it wakes in the night or something, it eats ships. They'd almost swear it was a kraken if there was enough space here.
Baby Kraken.
Before we go down sea monsters...
But as I was gonna say,
Please.
I don't believe it, as I said, because if it was a sea monster, surely there'd be accounts of people, that actually lived. Maybe people who've seen it where it Healy attacked them, but I just think the problems come from that damn island to the south of us. It's always caused problems, and it's only ever getting worse.
Was it getting worse?
So you believe it is? Yeah.
Cryo's infiltration.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no,
Yeah.
he's intrigued. Why is it getting worse? Because it's just there, like.
Well, over the years, it's slowly been getting colder and colder around it, and more of the skies and the fog has been spreading further and further. It's slow, but
It's getting bigger.
maybe not my generation, but surely my grandchildren's generation, it'll maybe even reach here. Who knows?
How long has that been there? Like
Longer than
like
me. Longer than me. But
yeah.
when I was young, people went on the island. Only in the past 10 years or so, maybe, that people have completely boycotted the island itself, as the entire island became uninhabitable. Any birds and creatures that lived there died off.
Well, do you guys know why it keeps getting colder?
Not that I know. I heard that there's a large fissure, and basically it's all spilling out of that.
Oh.
Other than Cryo getting more powerful, have you had any other strange occurrences in the last 6 months?
Let's roll a history check. I'll give her some good bonuses, you know, considering she tries to law keep the town as best as she can. There's always strange goings on. I know there's a few people that explore when foraging, and they come across some different finds that they dig up and things like this in the jungles and the woodlands. Different trinkets and stuff from years and years ago, decades old, maybe more. But other than that, nothing too extreme.
Has something been digged up recently?
There's stuff always being dug up, but just nothing big. Usually trinkets, and she kind of like gestures with a hand about the size of like an apple. Like the two hands, she kind of gestures about the size of an apple, maybe an orange. Nothing no more bigger than sort of that.
Okay. Sometimes small packages have a lot of like. They can be really powerful. So even if it is an artifact that has been uncovered that multiple people wanted, if there is something that a lot of people want, they are likely to like kill over something like this. If it was maybe that is why. Maybe the people on this ship got hold of something. Has there been something that has been uncovered in town and spoken about?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I did hear of a recent murder as well.
Yeah, but why does that have anything to do with ship?
It just timelines. It happened about a month ago, correct? 8 weeks max.
Yeah. It's one of our farmhands that got done in by a fucking drunk belligerent.
Okay, could you explain a little bit more into both him and the killer?
Well, they were in Belfort, and I don't believe they were even together, but from what I heard, they started an argument over one of the ships in dock at the time. I think it was the merchant ship the guy came in on. I don't remember his name. The lad that got killed over was Brian. And I don't know, he got killed on the way back to here, because we have a small, like, almost like barrack for people that want to stay here rather than going across town at night. Killed on the way back home, sleep.
Do you know what the ship was called?
It's gonna be a roll. It was S tilde, and I'll put that in the chat.
And they had an argument
Yeah,
over the
I don't know if
ship.
it was named after the person who owned the ship, or maybe that person named it after someone, but it was a name, not like a name you'd normally see on a ship. What was that next question, Rose?
I was just going to ask, is this a ship that visits frequently?
I don't think so, no. I think it was the only time I've seen it. Came in, and I think the ship itself stayed for about 3-4 days and then left.
Have I heard that name?
Make a history check if you want.
I don't think we have, but
This
yeah,
is a random one.
it's worth a roll.
It does sort of sound familiar, which is weird.
So S
That'd
obviously,
be a
S
17.
obviously has been the initial of the first name, and then
First
tilde.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be like a Samantha tilde, Sarah tilde, Sammy tilde. It could be a Sam. It could be a Stephen. No, you don't recognize the name.
And they had an argument over the name of a ship. Is
Well, no,
that correct?
something about the ship. She just you asked for the name of the ship after. She said it was
Okay,
something
yeah.
to do with the ship.
What did the witnesses say? What was their argument primarily about?
From what I was told, they started talking amongst themselves, and it started getting heated to a point that there was. And by the time people took notice, that there was threats being made towards each other. Not necessarily like I'm going to like kill you, hit you, or anything, but just more like I'm gonna come and get you. Like, it was quite vague and weird, and they were both saying amongst each other. And the problem was, both of them had more than their fair share of tonics at the time. So I don't know, unless she was able to speak to one of them. I don't know what the argument started over. It's just by the time it spilled out to the point tables nearby noticed, it was way past the topic at that point.
It's just so. A couple of things that you usually find when there is a fight between two men would be they're unlikely to wait until that person leaves the bar unless there was something else going on. It's just strange. Like, usually if you're drunk and you're a bit belligerent and you're angry enough to hurt somebody, it happens immediately, that instant flare up of like anger. You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree,
To then
but
wait
it's
and follow
calculated.
someone home is calculated. It's calculated, yes.
Oh no, I think the second the argument got stopped, I think he knew exactly what he was doing at that point.
I disagree.
Him
I think
meaning
he-
the murderer is what she's referring to.
Well, yeah, still disagree. I just
Really?
mean there's a certain
How
level
so?
of calculation, unless. So, my theory would be, without any other information at the moment, and I do understand what you're saying, it's just.
Well, yeah, because the
So-
problem is everything we got was hearsay from people who'd obviously had drinks themselves after the fact. It was only because we
Yeah.
saw him with the blade and the fact that he was covered in blood that we even knew for sure.
Well, this is it. If he is drunk his own, if you drink so much that you are going to get so belligerent that you're going to attack someone over a ship, you're unlikely to actually do enough damage to kill the person. Like, usually, that fire burns up and goes away. You know what I mean? Either he wasn't actually drunk, and it was a calculated maneuver to kill poor Brian, or he wasn't the killer.
So you think there's
If it-
potentially it could have been someone else?
Potentially.
It was premeditated. They wouldn't be having an argument in the pub. He'd just be waiting
Oh, for
for
sure,
him
it was
to
absolutely
leave.
premeditated, but
But it's so stupid though, going, I'm going to go and get you, and then he went and got him. Like, even
Mm.
more intelligent killers would tell you that that's a stupid idea, because you would get yourself executed very quickly.
You've made yourself a suspect before you've even done the deed.
Stupid
Yeah.
murders do happen, guys.
Well, yeah, true.
Yes, but they're less likely to be a murder and more likely to be, a fight.
Black eye.
A fight I could understand. A black eye I could understand. An actual murderer, like in a town as small
Well,
as this.
The last we got away was speaking with the dead. This is very all
To
academic.
look at that, I probably did side-eye knife.
You
Can
all kind
you
of
do that yet?
turn. I can't do that, but someone
would
in our
be-
party could do
it
it,
would
who's
be
not
the
here right
person
now.
who's-
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
I thought
And it's
someone
whether
could
he
do
even
it.
has it prepared, yeah.
True.
He did say he was going to prepare it for us the
did
next
he?
day,
Right,
and we
okay.
have slept. So, from what I understand, is literally everyone is saying that this ship, despite everybody knowing what to do, which is not travel too far to this island, apparently travel too far to the island, or a sea monster got them.
Like
Is
I
that what
said,
everyone
I
believes?
think that's just... No, that's not the case at all.
So you think it was Cryer? Like they literally flew too close to the massive ice island?
Yeah. What do you think is the cause of these two dead zones that people don't go to anymore?
In my personal belief is maybe the people just left, but if we're having to go down the route of something happened to the ship other than them just deciding to leave, it's the only thing I could think of, because there's no way I refuse to believe these stupid folktales of the fishermen. And I've seen firsthand that the Cryo Island's only getting worse and worse year on year. We've had to block off other sections around it in all directions because of it, so it makes any sense to me.
I mean, that is an understandable, logical way. I completely understand where you're coming from. I feel like this is a little bit more man-made. If we're talking about potential theories, it just seems that something isn't right, if that makes sense. Like, it seems that you guys have had what seems to be a pattern of ships being destroyed in the local area, like being shipwrecked.
Well, that's the thing. With the fishing ships that have gone missing, we have no idea what actually happened to them because there was no sign of them. No wreck, no crew, not even supplies washed up on the beaches. Nothing.
But so,
like
no.
literally vanishing.
Vanishing.
Well, there's been no trace. There's no... Like, we've got a couple of people that have been able to dive for us, and we haven't found shipwrecks. We haven't found corpses. We haven't found, like, if a crate of, like, something that was on board. Nothing's washed ashore. Nothing. And
Danny, I'm a smart wizard, right?
yeah.
Could I do some sort of arcana check to clock that teleportation circle doesn't tend to work across planes, right?
I believe it can, but isn't there like a percentage chance it fails?
No, teleportation circle
Is it
doesn't
only
work
on the
across
same
planes.
plane? Then yeah,
It's
I
only
would
the
say
same
you'd
plane.
know that.
Thank you. I know teleport is the one which is sometimes a bit iffy, but it's plane shift that lets you go between planes. So it's vanished completely, like gone.
Yeah, we have never found anything, which is the reason why we made sure that people just avoid the areas entirely, because if we don't know what's the cause, how do we know to avoid it?
Okay. So 3 ships have vanished completely. There has been no signs. We've spoken to the sea elves who weren't also been down there. They've not been able to see anything.
No, nothing. I was expecting them to tell us they'd found like a wrecked hull or something, but nothing.
Or anything. It could have been wood coming along the shore.
Well,
like
we was
usually
expecting
wood
something
tends
to wash ashore, like things that
Mhm.
floated and linens and...
Wood tends to float. What? That might be why it didn't work. If the ship has vanished, so that on board the ship that we are looking for, there was a sort of circle that can be used to teleport yourselves between locations.
Right.
It didn't work. So when they tried to look for the ship's location, if the ship was at the bottom of the ocean, it would have been able to be utilized. You would have found yourself at the bottom of the ocean, but you still would have been able to use it, if that makes sense.
Right.
It just didn't work. So, if it was that it had just vanished and ended up somewhere else, have you got a map
Of here.
of general location?
I mean, yeah, I can. You want me to put you back on the region map?
Please. Yes, please.
Yeah, I've got a couple of different ones. Just give me a moment. There you go.
Too far away.
What's too far away?
So I've been having this sort of theory for a little bit of time that the Ocean's End is potentially some sort of portal to another plane. It would sort of make sense.
Okay.
It is a massive whirlpool in the center. It is a little theory I have. I have thousands of theories. I tend to get rid of them over some time.
Mhm.
And I was just looking into the closeness of these things going missing and this portal. Because at the end of the day, if you've got multiple ships,
Cryo be a portal?
it could be, but I don't feel like that is the reason. I don't think it's connected to cryo. We know that if it was somewhere else, anywhere here, that would have worked, or it would have had to be completely destabilized, as in like a high powerful magic user would have had to have axed through, so destroyed the spell, right?
Yeah. You need someone with the ability to manipulate magic to a strong degree to basically either like counter charm it, de-enchant it, redirect the enchantment, or destroy it. Because no, like how we have with magical swords and shit, you can't break a magical sword with a non-magical sword. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even if the wood where the rune was carved into, that wood that it's carved into would then also come under that sort of same protection because it's now enchanted. You know what I mean? So if like you carve a circle into the wood, that's then under that sort of same protection, if that
It
makes
counts
sense.
as magical. Yeah.
So those planks that the circle's attached to would then be near indestructible with bar certain means.
But if it was that it is still existed, but has gone somewhere else that can't be reached, do you understand what I am saying?
Yeah, I don't understand why they would do that to fishing ships. I mean,
I
the
think
one
it
we're
would
looking
be
for,
like-
sure, it's got a lot of value.
Isn't
Maybe
the obvious?
not enough to teleport it somewhere.
Wouldn't something vanish if someone just like boarded the ship and took it away with the people?
Sorry?
If you know,
What?
like something would vanish if I went like as a pirate and I took a fishing vessel or a boat and I took it away to somewhere else, then it disappears to the people, doesn't it? Like,
Yes.
I think she's talking more magical. It's been magically moved to somewhere out of teleportation range.
yes, but like pirates could disable the teleportation thing. I'm just thinking. I zoned out for a couple of minutes and come back, and we were still having the same magical conversation. And I think,
Okay.
I think it could be something far less
So,
high tech.
okay.
High magic.
Maybe we should go and talk to a few more people. I feel like you have been more than helpful. Thank you so much for your support, Marionette. But
One question. Is this on her map? What's that?
It's
This
basically
little...
it's a
that an
tiny,
island?
tiny island. It's like a rocky outcropping. It's not habitable. It's essentially like, you know, in archipelagos where you've got literal chunks of rock that like stick out of the ocean. It's like a rocky plateau. It's not like got dirt or anything. It's tiny.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
You're
that's
talking
the
of-
direction
you're
they would have been traveling.
you're
Maybe,
talking that-
yeah,
that-
they're not
that-
going to hit that on it.
That's probably a few 100 feet wide. Do you know what I mean?
even if they had hit something that would have taken
We
the bottom of the sea, we'd still be able to get
Yeah.
to it. It
And
would
because
still
the-
exist.
and again, the
Yeah,
circle
yeah.
that's magically enchanted would have been protected enough from a crash that you would have teleported to it at the bottom of the seafloor, or wherever
It's just-
it floated off to, the plank of wood or whatever.
The two
I was
fishing
just checking.
vessels. Well, this is it. So the two shipping vessels, fishing vessels, are currently the outliers. We can understand why someone would take the big ship, right?
Yep.
The ship with the stuff on it, because
Has value.
it's got item on it. It has value, even if it's just to piss someone off. It has value. However, it was that's the teleportation circle is what is telling us that it could be a simple attack or a simple shipwreck. The the fishing vessels, however, we can't outrule if it was an attack or something like that because we don't have that much information currently, other than they completely vanished. So, like, blinked out of existence kind of deal. It could have been that it could have been a pirate ship or whatever you want to call it. But if it had been destroyed, there would be aftermath, right?
Something.
There would be something.
Yeah,
So,
it's literally every single. It's just like entirely gone. Like there's no wreck.
okay. Thank you for your time. I feel like we might just be wasting your time at this point.
Nice. Good luck. Obviously, if you do find out whatever the cause is, can you at least let me know before you leave? Because obviously I would like to know for letting other sailors know if there's a problem.
Of course.
Thank you. And obviously, unless anyone's got anything else to say, you do have pleasantry. Say goodbye.
How's the character?
Yes.
What's the Baroness's name?
Antoinette.
Okay, cool. Because as soon as she said Marinette, I was like, it sounds sort of familiar here.
Let me double check just to be sure, but I'm like 99% sure it's Antoinette. Give me a sec.
That sounds right, yeah.
I know, but the thing is, now I've said it, I'm now convinced. I've now
yeah.
convinced myself it's wrong. Yeah, Antoinette Mes Amis, that's her name.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Sounded
second I
very
said it, I was
specific.
like, no, that's wrong. But I'm like, no, I'm sure it's right. And my brain was like, are you sure? I was doubting myself so fucking hard then.
Okay. Should we burn one of the flowers?
Okay, yeah, because we are, yeah.
We're
We're
going on
spiraling.
circles. Yeah.
Well, we kind of have different theories, but we have no.
She thinks
concrete
it's cryo.
evidence.
Yeah. It could be cryo. It could be in the sea. It could be somebody magically poofing them away. We need.
It could literally be
anything.
Jacob coming, taking people, and
Or Gissa.
August, huh?
We don't know.
Any number of gods.
But what will be the question that we ask? Because I
Well,
really feel like this
it's just
entity's gonna be...
essentially what it is. You just think in your mind of a topic that you require insight on.
Excellent.
So, like, if you
So it's not
think in
gonna
your
monkey
mind,
paw.
We get leeway with. We're not going to get screwed over. I think
Yeah,
that's
no.
one of the.
basically, the having to think on what you want the insight on is me saying I'm not going to dick you guys over and be mean. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to allow you guys to, because otherwise you could have insight onto a question of like, what do I have for breakfast, which I think would be very cruel. Do you know what I mean? But no, essentially, if you think in your mind and you chew on one of these flower heads, I would love to know what's causing these ship disappearances, and then if that's what's in your mind at the forefront, that's what you get the insight on. But if you start thinking, I wonder if Josiah likes me or not, and then you know what I mean, like.
we already know he likes me.
Does he though?
No.
Does he though? Or does he just lust you?
I don't really give a shit.
Fair enough.
Fair
enough.
Also, I'm pretty certain I don't need to be that insecure. Shall we do this?
It's like the flowers. He loves me. He loves me now.
Well, I'm going to give it to Josiah so he can do it, so there can be no question of whether it is just me being stupid.
Okay.
Also, your soul has already been sold, so...
Yeah, it's fair. Not
it's had a lien put on it. It's not sold. So
I think it's more insulting because it's an incredibly small loan's being put on it, like a payday loan. Like,
5 gold. I mean, I know that's like £500, but for your soul.
Yeah, it is. Because I've worked it out that a pound is about a copper, based on like the prices of like apples and shit. That's how I work. But yeah. So Ben, you take one of these 3 flowers. You'd obviously break it off the necklace. It's very floral. It's sickly smelling. Like it. Your body almost rejects the idea of putting it in your mouth, but obviously you're aware that it's a powerful artifact. And do you brave it? And what if so? What conundrum do you put to the forefront of your mind? Like, tell me how Josiah would word it, so then I can give you information based.
He's thinking about the disappearance of the ship they've been contracted to find. He's thinking about where could it be.
Yeah.
It's like what links are we missing? We're missing something like.
Yeah. So you can basically just like something. We feel like we're missing something. What cause? What do? Who? What? Where? Yeah. Can you make a con save? As you like kind of walk away from the farmhouse, I'll put you guys back before I continue talking. You guys walk away from the farmhouse. I'm going to put you guys back on the slants map. And I'd imagine you're probably just like you've gone down like the hilled portion, so you're at the lower section of Crescent Slants.
Probably headed back towards the tavern, Flynn Balfour.
Yeah. It's because it's just refusing to play. Scroll, you bastard! What's instead? Move party. I can just move the room now, don't I? Okay, actually, that's not bad. Yeah, you start chewing on this, and without being too visceral in description, have you ever seen I'm a Celeb when they have to eat like fish eyes and shit? It's like that. And I know you're eating, so I'm going to try and be gentle on the description, but it's got something inside, and as you chew it, it kind of pops, and it's vile. It's extremely earthy, and it's almost like you've just ate a mouthful of actual dirt and rock. It tastes vile. And almost instantly, you kind of feel your mind cloud and fog, like as if you took something really strong. And you pass out.
Okay.
And I would like to think that people are within close enough proximity that they can kind of guide your fall to the floor somewhat gracefully.
We have to roll.
Yeah.
No,
we all sort of like try and not let him smack his head agaagainst the ground.
Yeah,
I think you would be chewing it and be like, spicy, and then just collapse like.
Well, yeah, you can kind of like, they've gone. But the problem is when you're not, when it's something that it's just not suited for your type of body to consume. It's gonna have violent reactions, but you do hear just like this omnipresent, just kind of extra thought in your mind, almost as if what you'd imagine people that hear voices in their head would hear. And it kind of just asserts itself with explaining. You have most of the answers already. Everything is found on this plane and closer than you think. You just need to seek out those that destroyed what is no longer accessible.
Okay.
That's the kind of... So does that all make sense to Josiah, to Ben?
It makes sense. I was hoping for a big arrow, but like,
no,
fine.
they are specifically vague. I'm not going to put you on some plot rails, but it's vague. It's not vague. It's not so vague that it the point is, it's meant to narrow down the wrong answers drastically and put you in a narrower path. Everything is
cryo, it's not the sea.
Everything is closer than you think, and on this plane, as in this plane of existence. You've just got to seek out those that destroyed what is no longer accessible, meaning the teleportation circle.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay.
I double explained it.
Mind.
Who can do enchantments and who can break them?
Yeah.
The fucking Smith.
Enchantment?
And it's closer than we think. It's in town. Yeah, okay. And he got paid a lot more than he should have.
So you're thinking that he was? I'm guessing Josiah's woken up at this point and told us this.
I would say,
Yeah.
Josiah is out for probably about 5 minutes or so. It's semi-lucid. Like, you'll notice, like, there are spays where, like, he's almost like he's threatening to, like, wake up, but then kind of doesn't. He's kind of, like, weird in and out of consciousness. And essentially, what it is, because these flowers are very potent, and they're made for essentially fey folk.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd have passed, you would have stayed lucid, is the thing. And but it would still taste rotten and vile.
Okay, we go back to the enchanter.
Yeah. I'll lean on him.
He was a good one as well, from what he told me he made.
Cool.
I take it you want me to be a little more...
Bad cop.
Me to be assertive? Yeah, alright, I can do that.
Oh wait, what is your level of assertive? Are we impaling him or cutting his tongue out, or are we
don't
more
get too excited.
angling him upside down?
No, none of that. No,
Vlad's not here.
no,
Oh,
yeah.
this is what I am asking. Is
No bodily harm. I might flash my dagger a bit and get a bit, but that's all.
Just
big
a little
show. I
stabbing.
love it. No stabbing.
No, it was a joke. Come on.
Oh, not even the tip. Alright, fine.
My God. Right, let's move.
No, you are moving. I'm just allowing this talk to happen because it's just... Yeah, it's something. But yeah, you,
We are pirates.
with an
Prepare
immediate
battle.
assumption of, like, who might be someone who could have destroyed the rune, you make way to the enchanters in the center of town next door to the magic store. And the store's open, and obviously you make your way inside, and you can still see Orman behind the desk. Welcome back. Can I help you? Are you looking for anything particular now, or have you finished everything you're doing here?
Is there like an open-close sign on the door?
You can. There's a drop bar where, like, you can obviously, like, bolt the.
Yeah.
Because again, locks are expensive. Metalwork is not easy. So, like, there's basically like two U-shaped prongs of metal and a bar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Look, why are you doing that? Like, what do you want?
Do you know who we are?
No, I don't know who
Who
you
we're
are.
with?
You'd
Yes,
recognise me.
You more than explained who you're with, but I don't understand why you're doing this.
Just want a private conversation for a moment. I don't think you were up front and honest with my colleague here.
Hand
Well-
resting on rapier.
And what makes you think that? You are here. He looked through the book, saw everything he needed to see, and left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Teleportation circles.
Okay. Going straight for that. Fair enough.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know?
Need a little finessing
of
to turn
them.
them off. Hmm.
Yeah, how to make them?
Fuck
Break
no.
them?
They're way too strong for me.
Judging by what he's told me he's enchanted, is that correct?
Possible.
He knows
At the end
magic.
of the, I think, well, yeah, but at the end of the day, you know magic in the
Mm.
sense of that people have to specialize in a type of magic. You can be the best wizard in the world and not know how to do some novice level things for other schools of magic. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Everyone has a specialty, and the teleportation circle is conjuration. So obviously, he's done some pretty strong enchantments, but none of the stuff he's explained or shown you that he's made himself are conjuration. That doesn't mean he can't do it. I'm just saying that, you know, that's how you understand magic.
Can I do an insight?
Yeah, you may. Well, at the minute, I think it's obvious to say that he's quite... Well, he's guarded at the minute because obviously he's just had a group of people come in, bar his door, and... Although you're not being, like, aggressive or anything, but there's an implied, like, level of sternness. Yeah. So at the minute, he has got his hackles up, and he's replying in kind. Obviously, his voice is raised, he's a little heated, and...
Well, I think I'm more just saying, was there, like, any kind of reaction,
I know, but
extra
this
reaction
is,
when teleportation circle?
I'm just telling you what his body language is like.
Yeah.
But that's what he's like with me. That's how he's presenting himself. His answers are pretty snappy and he's on point with what he's saying. He definitely sounds like he means what he says.
The ship we're looking for, its teleportation circle has been turned off or destroyed.
So?
You're the only person around here who would have any vague knowledge on even how to do that.
Right, but that doesn't even exclude the fact that I didn't even know there was one on there, nor that I'd ever been on their ship. They came to me, they came to here, left. So even if I knew there was a teleportation circle, didn't. Doesn't mean I can do anything with it even if I wanted to.
We need Rose, but she's gone.
Has she gone? Oh.
She'd be obedient.
Yeah.
As a little thing, I'm just gonna do Hell Sight. I'm just gonna be like, is there anything sticks out?
Remind me.
Yeah, I'm gonna
mechanics
just pull
of
it out
Hellsight.
myself.
Yeah, thank you.
Invisible.
I know it
and
detects
hidden by
invisibility.
magics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the location of creatures within 60 feet using magic to hide or disguise themselves. Do we recognize this?
Is that it?
Yeah, until the end of your next turn, yeah. Yeah. So 60 feet.
Oh, it's alright, because what Matt said, I thought that was a thing where, like, you detected, like, hidden magic stuff. I thought I was waiting for, like, the and. So it's only if people
Oh, I thought,
like...
yeah, I thought it did, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's only if people are disguised invisible.
Yeah.
Which, no, nothing in here seems to trick your hell sight.
Hmm.
So is that it? You thought I'd messed with this thing, circle?
Anything you provided to him would do this.
Oh, really?
Could hitting a... Sorry, this is a Matt question, not an in-character one. Could using magical weapons on a magic circle destroy it? No, okay.
Non-magical things hitting magical things can't kill the magical thing. Magical things hitting magical things can't kill the magical thing unless unless it's like a specific like anti-magic enchantment or something.
It's built to, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that would make a difference is, you know how certain creatures and things are resistant to non-magical effects?
Yeah.
They would bypass that resistance, but unless it's like a specific like anti-magic blade or some shit, no. A magical weapon would still be deterred from being damaged or broken. It's the reason why when you're in dungeons and stuff and you see like a perfectly shiny blade that's not rusted, and it's like, yep, that's magical. It's why like in like oozes and stuff where heroes have dissolved, you'll see like a fucking amulet and stuff. Yeah, because the amulet's impervious. So no, you would have to specifically de-enchant it, have a means and ability to mess with stuff like that, or its magic was like in like, you know, like a beholder's like anti-magic cone or something. Welcome back, Rose.
Finally.
We
need you. We need an adult.
They were buying time for you because they're flailing.
Yay.
Don't you
Tiny-
fucking say yeah. You didn't even try, Liam.
He's claiming not to know anything about
not to,
any
yeah.
magic circles or have any ability to destroy them.
Okay.
Insight kind of shows that he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Ish.
That is fine. Are there any other magic users within town? Anybody who buys lots of components of spells from you?
Very basic level stuff, yeah.
Like who?
Couple of learned people of spiritualism and stuff. They come in for incenses and waxes and stuff. There's a couple of families that have purchased some books for their kids that have shown sorcery potential. That's about it, really. No one of any significant.
In this entire town?
Not that I'm aware of, because I'm the only person here that sells anything that would be of use for them. I believe I'm pretty much one of the only people here, bar people that come in like you lot, that has decent potential.
What?
Yes, I am.
You enchant items here?
Some. Most of the items here are traded and brought and sold, but I've made some, yes.
And you don't know what the teleportation circle is?
I said I know of them. I don't have the means to make them.
Or destroy them?
No. That's way above me.
It is?
I can only do so much. And even then, not my area of expertise anyway. I deal in evocation mostly.
Evocation, but to destroy something like that would either be... What would it be? Conjuration? Abjuration?
Teleportation is conjuring.
You know he's made a vampire battle. I don't know fucking spell schools. Vampire battle axe. What would that be? And a poison.
He's an enchanter.
That would technically.
That would be enchantment.
Like vampirics, like lifesteal stuff. I would technically say that would come with necromancy. Technically. Because
and he put poison resistance.
Because necromancy is any spell that deals with life, death, and undeath. So healing spells, lifesteal, zombies, all that. It's all in one category.
Poison resistance on a
that's
bracelet.
evocation. That's evocation.
That's evocation.
Actually, no. Poison resistance. No, it's kind of a mixture of
abjuration.
Yeah, because abjuration is protection. Evocation is elemental for the most part. Yes, no, that's abjuration.
Right.
He does know some.
Still, us quibbling over which one he does know and which one he doesn't know.
Yeah, I'm grasping at straws
Let me ask a question. Did you, and I'm saying this to the guy, remove the enchantment on that piece of wood to completely have a teleportation circle on board that ship?
I never even went on that ship. Didn't know. Didn't care. Didn't ask.
Did it bring anything to you?
No, they bought a few things, potions, but that was about it.
There's nothing on our teleportation circle that we could move, is there?
Well, essentially, it's carved into the wood of the ship.
It's carved, yeah.
It's not like on a plate that's attached to the ship. I just made it so like
they've got plates on their end.
Yeah, because what it is, they put them on shelves and store them. That's why.
Yeah.
It's just because otherwise, when they've got dozens of them, they need a way to put them away.
To change.
Yeah, but no, it's carved into the hull of your ship.
He'd have to have gone to their ship.
Either that, or they would have to have removed the main planks, which are like
carved it out
in the water. Do you know?
So there's nobody else in town that would be able to do something like that.
To mess with teleportation is pretty damn strong. You need to be a pretty skilled person to do that. Like I said,
you're not answering my question.
I've already told you I know no one else in this town that does even the things that I do, apart from people that come and go on the docks. But then again, they don't stay. Come when they go.
Did every one of the 5 crew go but get back on the ship?
Exactly see him off, did I?
I was kind of asking that to the group as just open room.
Naya looks a bit distracted for a second. Her eyes kind of widen and goes, "You've been very forthright, thank you." And gets up and goes to leave.
Oh.
And you unlock the door that chose.
Yeah.
She's gone out the door at this point. She's unlocked it, walked out, and seems to be on a different.
Maybe I've hit a button and she's following an idea, or
are we done here?
I don't know what she's doing.
Sorry, yes, we are. Apologise.
On it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm going to follow Nivara, because Nivara's got a biscuit trail, and I want to see where this biscuit trail leads.
I was following. Wise.
Oh yeah, you all are.
What are you thinking?
I don't know, but there's something just hit suddenly.
Right.
And I don't know if I am barking up a tree or whatever. But
Could somebody have still be here? Because the magic planty thing
not
said it's
you.
in town. No, okay, so you've got something different. Could somebody have stayed behind?
potentially. But
Magic.
I don't.
Question answerer said it's in town. And we have all the answers already.
It was just something that popped into my head, like suddenly. And I don't know if it's just. So let's go back through all the different locations that we've been and who we've spoken to.
If you want to draw on the map, if it makes your life easy, you can.
Yeah. So we spoke. I'm going to go through like the ones that she starts off with, which is just like. There were obviously the drunk men in the fisherman's tavern, in the tipsy the tipsy
Dixie. Tipsy Dixie, sorry, not Tipsy Pixie.
Tipsy Dixie. Yeah. That doesn't it kind of makes sense to a certain level to me. It wasn't fruitful. I'm going to scratch that out. Spoke to the sea elves that said that there was a corruption, but that was the only thing that was strange. So we can scratch them out as being potentially connected to this. We know the 3 shipping vessels were 2 shipping. Oh my god, I keep saying shipping. 2 ships went missing, right? Before any of this stuff happened. The fishermen. The first one was about 10, 11 weeks ago, I believe, is what they said.
And then the other one was about 2-3 months, yeah.
Yeah,
they're very infrequent.
But that could be something else. It could be testing, we don't know. It could just be something to sell a story, or it could just be they did go missing. I'm going to discount them. The 2 people were fighting about another ship, the S. Tilda, correct?
Aye.
And this Brian, on his way home from Flynn and Belfort, I believe it was executed. He was killed.
Yeah, then the murderer was executed.
Yes. So, obviously they were being very loud and very leery in this pub. Everyone seemed to believe it was the I don't know what his name was, the ne'er-do-well, we'll call them. The person that arrived on the merchant vessel, and then in Flynn and Belfort's they had a fight, and then on the way home, he was killed. Then another number of weeks happen, and then we have 10 days ago our ship, the other ship, arrive in town. They stay overnight in the Flynn and Belfort. 5 of them book 4 rooms, so 2 people must have shared a room.
The one other bit of help I will give you is because it's like this is coming across can't see the forest for the trees. Just
no,
remember,
I think I'm finding something.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, just remember, every single piece of information that you found out isn't all relevant. Remember, because don't forget, as I do my worlds, if you poke in the wrong places, you're going to get wrong information. Do you know what I mean? Or if you ask the wrong questions, etc. Like, you'll always find something. It's just whether it's relevant. I'm just saying, don't take every single piece of information as a clue, if that makes sense. Everything doesn't have to connect.
Remind me of something. Yeah. It's been a year. And a month, and I've not been able to review the last episode.
That's fine.
What did Flynn say about Belfort to me?
Oh, fuck. I know it was one of his hobbies. He was an aspiring something. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't remember.
So, it's just, to Naya, so this is what she'll explain to the group, is that everything seems to be surrounding around this tavern, right? It was where they had the argument. It was where they all stayed. Next day, the ship left and they got killed. Maybe they were just too loud. Maybe there's someone in the tavern that we should be paying a closer attention to. Because that's where the link is happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's somewhere still in town. Flynn, I believe, had called himself like he used to adventure or something, because I laughed to myself because I was like, it's like the level 20 that settles down. I am right on that. Like, I'm not forgetting
that
something.
Sounds correct. That sounds.
So, do you see where I'm going with this? Maybe they are highly skilled and have just been hiding, or something else is going on, but it's both things happened at the same location. Does that make sense?
It is the only tavern, though.
Just for my sanity.
No, there's 2.
This is the guest. Yeah, I was about to say there's 2. There's the guest house and there's the other tavern.
The other one's a bar.
Have we been to said bar?
Well, that's where Liam found his friends.
Yeah.
And that's where the fight. Well, not the fight.
No. The fight happened at.
Yeah, the fight happened at Flynn and Belfort because the majority of people that come from out of the town that travel through only ever bother going to Flynn and Belfort because it's the only place that has rooms. The Tipsy Dixie is, for 90% of it at least, a locals only because it is just a bar. It's pub food and drinks, that's it. Whereas Flynn and Belfort's the only place that has rooms for accommodation for sale. Or for rent, I should say. So, it makes sense that the majority of stuff happens at Flynn and Belfort because anything coming from outside goes through there.
Okay, that makes sense.
I want to ask the staff there if anyone stayed from the crew.
I did send you a message, Ben, but you haven't bothered reading.
I have.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's a plate. I thought you said the same to Rose.
Well, no, you haven't. You hadn't shown up as red. That was all. It has now.
Yeah. Yeah. Places have been mentioned that we haven't been to. Yeah. That's why I was asking about the pub. Like,
you've been there fucking shitloads.
Yeah, the bar, like Liam being.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Because when you first split up, it was you went to the docks, Liam went to the bar, Rose and Matt went to the shops, I believe, something like that.
Something like that. Paul went. Vlad went to the Sea Elves. Where have we not been? That's been mentioned. I can't think of anywhere.
No, that's the problem.
So the father's told us we know everything. It's not further than we think, right? That's literally what the father said to us.
Closer than we think, and we've had the answer already, or we've had all our answers. Oh God.
It's not that hard, guys. It's okay.
The problem is, Danny, is you know the answer.
No, that's the problem. Well, no. The other problem is as well. Yeah. It's my DM style because I like to keep such a free-flowing, real-feeling world. I almost feel like I've hidden the actual clues too much with just the general conversation you guys have had with NPCs.
So there's no
because you
direct
guys are
evidence
really
either.
sometimes you guys are really picking up on things that I'm just general conversation and it's just like, oh no.
Right. So current theories are the reason why the ship got attacked or whatever was because they were carrying an additional passenger, right? That's why they had the manacles.
Yeah.
Because they bought them in town. Cool.
Mhm.
Moving on to the next one. The fishing vessels got attacked and it's been attacked by something else. Cool.
Yeah, it got attacked.
It's
and the second ship that went missing obviously was even closer to the island. Because don't forget they'd already set up a perimeter of don't bother going that far out to the southwest of Cryo and that like little pinched bit going southwards. They pulled it back and then they've basically just gone, nobody goes south because it's bad.
Well,
because the
also
second
not
one,
just attacked.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, not just attacked. They're taken.
Yeah,
just
but
removed
I'm
completely.
just saying attacked, but yeah, no, they're essentially disappearing, vanishing,
Yeah.
going missing. Never
Bermuda
returning.
Triangle.
Yeah.
Or they could have just fucked off themselves and deactivated teleport. So
Yeah.
If they had
Possible,
someone
yeah.
on board strong enough to.
in the fact that it's like the thing said that it's closer than we think, and it's like
Not only that, but the only person that we've been told the name of was the Captain Bryce. What's his name?
Byron
Whatever
Decker.
it is. Byron Decker. Yeah.
How many ships are in port? Because they could have just changed the fucking name.
Right now, there's probably about 5, including yours, that is. Given it's...
But no, we were told they left.
yeah, we could be lying.
They'd recognise the crew coming back, even if they just changed the name
they
of the
left on
ship.
time and all was good.
Did they just go around the corner and dock up on a beach?
We can't go around the entirety of the coast. So
No.
we're going
We'd have seen them coming in, wouldn't we? A ship, just
I would like to think so.
yeah.
I would like to think if they... But yeah, you would... Like,
They just went round the
the
corner
town
and docked
would
up.
have
We'd have seen
spotted
them
the
on the way.
ship. Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Because it would have been
Okay.
like, hey, that ship's got a different name, but it looks the same. It's got the same crew.
The mayor lady kept talking about cryo.
I don't think it's cryo.
It's close. It's close. Like it's close. Let's
Would
not
they
get
would they
distracted.
bother go there?
But even if they went to cryo, right?
I know it
So-
doesn't explain the teleportation. Does it? How magic's cryo?
You don't know. All you know about cryo is it's slowly getting worse, and I say it is slow. Essentially, there is a fissure on the island, and basically all of the shit that's causing the phenomena. Because bear in mind, you're in a tropical environment, and the island has now been described as like tundra. It's barren. It's just been slowly seeping out for years and years and years. And based off what the leader woman said, she's in her mid-30s and she remembers people visiting that island as a kid. So about 20 years ago, maybe more, 20, 25 years ago, was when people were last on the island, and it would have been probably another 10 or 15 before that when it first happened.
Okay. What were on the ledgers? You know, the 2 ledgers for the shops. What did Niall see?
Well, he only saw the ledger for Orman, and it had the orders for Shockjade, which was obviously way overpaid for, and a number of crates and items, all enchanted, and it had basically you had to look through and you could understand some inventory of some of the enchanted items, like the poison bracelet, the vampiric blade, and things like this, but a lot of it was names of items you didn't recognize. Some alchemical components, but it was mostly like finished items. It was like good end stuff.
Did we not see what they had in the other shop, the general store? Where have I got manacles from?
You
I don't think so.
There wasn't a ledger, but she told you that it was a number of general items, and she gave some examples. Like, they'd purchase some ropes and manacles, but it was basically just... You know, like when adventurers come into town and they just buy a load of random stuff? It was just...
Yeah, but none of it was like specifically cold clothing or...
What I've written down, food, water, bolts, manacles, rope.
Yeah, it's your typical...
They
we're in
sold
town,
jewellery
let's buy a
and
load
stone.
of... Yeah, it's your typical, we've just got to town, let's buy a load of shit we need.
It's just if they were buying warm clothing and pittons or climbing gear,
I'd have written that down, and
I think that would have definitely have stuck out. No, there was no. But to be fair, even if they'd have tried to, they wouldn't have cold clothing here to sell because they don't go to that island. They avoid it.
It's tropical. Yeah.
Right. I don't think the ship would have done what it's done. The only reason I say that is because I think the Baroness is too powerful.
I mean, to be fair, you're about like you don't think the ship fled?
Yeah, as in they fled and turned off their teleportation circle.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, there's only so far they can go before the Baroness catches up to them and gives them a fucking
You've also got to
whipping.
consider, did they even do it under their own ability or were they forced to? Like Ben
Well, this
said,
is what I'm
like you're in a
thinking
fucking
about.
pirate land. Like taken?
It's just weird that so
we do know a man who can scry. It's a bit rude to ask him, and we have nothing to scry on.
we've literally
Really?
the problem is at this point we've tried the flower and gone.
Technically, yes, you can scry on something, but the save is higher. Because let me double check. I believe you can scry on something and/or someone that is described to you. I'm gonna double check that.
We know the ship's name.
Yeah, you know the name of the ship, so you could scry for the ship under the name of. You know what I mean? Let me double check how that works exactly.
Or I could just send a message.
Yeah, no, you can actually scry on
to the captain.
Captain.
We know the captain's name.
Oh yeah, or we just one of us use our telepathic tattoos.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. I forgot about
I'd
No, I don't mean that by ear. I meant to use the captain.
Yeah, I'd try that first, and then.
Oh, you were going to scry? Okay, fair enough.
Well, I can't scry, but I could send.
Okay.
If I get a response.
Just for my own knowledge, the tattoos are that there were one time.
Oh, that's a shame. You can't scry on items. I thought you could. You can only scry on people.
Not people.
It's teleportation, isn't it? That you can teleport to an item.
Yes.
How about?
You can teleport an item.
Yeah.
All right then. Yep. Open up a message.
Well, before we go down this one again, because like literally we've asked the flower for information, right? And that told us that we've gotten all the information that we could get.
Well, no, you've gotten all the
We're just looking
information
at the
you
preparation.
need. Basically, the answer is in what you've already got. That's basically what I implied. You don't. What I implied was you don't need to hunt around for information because what you've got, it's in there. You've just got to sift through it, essentially. No, don't grab no more hay. You've got the needle already. It's somewhere. No more hay. Have it. Unless
I don't know anymore.
I think a couple of good ideas there with like sending messages and stuff because that might help sift. That might help like shuffle through the pack of things you've got because that might help delete some irrelevancy.
Cool. I'm going to send a message to Captain Byron Decker. Who I'd had a brief description from the guy in the bar for him.
Is a name enough?
Let me double check.
I've got that he's a half orc.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as you've got a quote good enough description, I believe you can. I just want to see how picky the spell is because I don't know.
I think a lot of it's hand wavy. I think you have to know the person in actual rules, but a lot of people just go,
as long as
"Well,
you can be described the person." Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you had to meet them.
No, I've always been under the impression you can have it based off a good enough description.
Sending specifically.
Oh, it says if you are familiar with the target. I would.
Maybe it's so open-ended. Just rule it however you want.
Well, no, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to just to keep it nice and simple. I'm going to rule familiarity as you know the person. It doesn't matter whether they know you or you met them. Like, you are familiar with Jay-Z, Rose, but you've never met Jay-Z. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I don't know why he came into my mind, but does that make sense? Familiarity means you vaguely know what they look like, you know their name, you know what they are, that sort of thing. That's familiarity to me. Then I would say if you are closely familiar with someone, that's knowing somebody. You know what I mean?
Cool. So yeah, I send a message to Captain Byron Decker. We're trying to help you. Where are you? What happened to you? Where are the rest of you and ship? There we go. You can tell I was counting my words then.
Yeah.
Send.
Yes. Sending. Send. Hey, look at that. Hey, good. Now, here's the good bit. Because I would say, like, you know when a spell like sending fails, you are aware of it, do you know what I mean? Like, say if...
The reason why.
Yeah, like, say if it like, that 5% kicked off, you would be aware that the spell failed. And I would say to a degree, especially because of how intelligent you are, you would probably be good enough aware of the reason. And, like, so, like, say if, thankfully, he's not dead. So, the spell, you would be aware if he was dead, the spell would fail because, you know, you can't sending a corpse because the corpse is no longer a creature. It's technically
the phone was not found.
Yeah, because the thing is, a corpse, as per D&D rules, is an object. Make that as you will. Yeah, no, it is. So, make creative use for spells.
Okay.
But it goes through, and you are aware that the spell is essentially the person heard it. Decker has heard your spell.
He's alive then. Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, if he is on a different plane, you know the spell went through that 5%, but you don't know that. Just, you know. Takes a while though. There is, but it's a long. Takes a while for the reply, and you're almost like, well, I know he's heard me, but I'm not hearing a reply, and then you kind of just hear this laboured reply, like singular words, and like there's like breaks between each word, almost like as if he sounds not in a good way, not in a good state, if that makes sense. Someone who's hurt, incredibly so. Don't know where everyone's dead. Was attacked in the ocean. Huge people. Instantly. And that's it.
So, huge, what was the word after huge?
People.
People.
Huge people.
In the ocean. It is one of these then.
He's not in a good way. The other people in the crew are dead.
Everyone else is dead, yeah.
They were attacked by huge people?
Yeah.
Is that what he said? Huge people? Mm-hmm. And what was the last bit?
Instantly.
I kind of got sidetracked by the... Instantly.
As in, like, it was such an overwhelming force that it was like... The fight was over pretty quick.
Before they even realised they were being attacked.
Yeah, like, oh shit, we're being attacked. Oh shit, the fight's over. You know what I mean? So whatever, it's a lot. But again, bear in mind, you're comparing not adventurers to adventurers, so, you know, a goblin to a peasant's uber tough.
Yeah. Giant people.
So we need to go to the sea then. We're like...
Well, how does this connect?
We could just trigger the trap,
know?
but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think going to the sea is the best idea currently.
What else are we going to do? We've been talking to these
I want this to be over. Now, I get it. Do not worry. I am right there with you. What I mean is, how does giant people fit into what we know?
Bigger than lizard folk. They're standard human size, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, giants...
Cryo is right there. Could they be... How big are giants?
Giants can be anything from 7 to like 50 foot tall, depending on what giant. Like if you're talking the difference between
I'm thinking ice
Goliath
giant
all the way
cryo
to
right there.
Cloud giant, I believe is the biggest, or fire giant.
Okay. Do you want me to send another message? Are we going to sleep before we go and try and do whatever we're going to do?
I mean, he's waited this long. We might as well have another rest. I can send if you want. If you're low.
You fucking we can wait.
We need to know where he is currently. Is he cold? Describe his environment. I've lost the accent now. I'm really sorry. It was not working for me today.
No, I think it's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. Just take it easy. As long as just do me a favor. Just be a bit more distinctive with Naya says this. Yeah, because obviously the accent helps. But obviously, just tell me if it's you or not.
If it's out of character, just say before.
Yeah, our character. So in character, we need to know what his environment is currently, rather than going into the ocean and swimming about a bit, or traversing around in our ship.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to drown. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Well, you have water breathing. Cast it every day.
I do. I cast it every day, but Naya doesn't really want to get in the water. She doesn't like it. I don't know if anyone's noticed. She does not like the water, which is stupid. But
that explains the smell.
The only reason we'd be in the water is because we don't have shit.
She just prestidigitation. She's very clean and smells lovely. It says you can clean. Look at the wording of the spell. Will you send?
Yeah, I can send. Give us a description of where you are. Is it cold? Is it wet? We need to know more about where you are.
Again, takes a little bit, but there's then like that mustering of strength to respond. Don't know exactly. In cage, cold, wet. That's it.
He's saying it as he's saying it out to the group as well. So he's in a cage somewhere.
Reiterating, yeah.
Cold, wet.
If it's cryo, he'd be like, "I'm fucking freezing." Right?
He's freezing. Yeah.
He's also delirious, Rose. I will point that out.
I know, but I'd be like, we got attacked.
Are you on a ship, in a cave? Are you underwater?
Well, he said he's in a cage.
No, yeah, but is that cage in a cave? Is he on land? Is he in the sea? Okay. Is he on a ship?
I'm going to re-explain this. From the way he's talking, you're talking to someone that is like slipping in and out of consciousness on death's door sort of thing. He's in a really, really bad way. He can't, like, you know what I mean? Imagine being that fucked and on close to death. He's not going to be able to really truly focus on his surroundings too much other than the immediate, like very immediate, like what he's touching and what he can hear, maybe. Someone like that would be delirious. If you've ever heard about what people are like that close to death, it's weird. Your sensations are all fucked up.
I don't know at this point. I mean, in character this is. We know he's somewhere in a cage. He's cold and wet. That could be cryo. It could be in a fucking cage on a ship. We've spoken to everybody in town.
Yeah. Well, I would like to argue
that
on a ship it would probably be still incredibly like humid, like a hot box. Remember, you're in
he could be in a cave. He could be underground.
Yeah, that's true.
We can literally go cryo, see what's going on there, or we can float around a bit. I'm still clutching at straws. I'm half tempted to just tell the Baroness to go shove it up her ass right now, but like literally, this is the most unhelpful thing ever.
I think, well, yeah, let's just try and trace where the route would be, and try and go close to cryo and try and figure it out. Like, wandering around this island isn't helping us. Let's set sail.
We know they set sail and they should have been going east.
Yes.
And this is where ships have gone missing. So if they must have gone that way. So they must be, or must have been attacked there.
By huge people able to destroy teleportation circles.
Yeah. What's the end goal of this quest? Do we have to actually find them, or do we just give the Baroness the information and get saved?
You were told to find out what happened to the ship. Be it was lost, they fled, it was attacked, whatever. Right. You were basically asked to go here.
So we can't just cash in now and just go, yeah, they're there, they were attacked by
something. People, goodbye.
Have fun. Yeah,
technically, yeah, you could.
Do we? Or do we go and have a look?
We could have a little look, and
then... How? Okay.
Looks at
I don't know how anybody in town has not noticed giant people around.
Giant people.
Like, I mean, pretty distinctive, no?
Yeah, if there was giant people in town, I would imagine they would be noticed, yeah.
I am going to lose my shit if this is like a crew of all halflings and it was just like normal sized people attacked him.
No, he's a half-orc.
Yeah, no,
he's
lose
my shit.
No,
okay,
none of them were like half pints.
Have we heard
we don't know
giants at all, or anything that resembles something bigger than, medium sized?
Where?
In town at all? Has there been any mention? Like, can I use key time to go through everything that's been said? Is this just completely out of left fucking field? Like,
nobody in the town has mentioned giants. No. With regards to, because like again, the problem is the ships that have gone missing. Basically, it's rumor mills in the town because. Nobody has been attacked and lived to tell the tale. Nobody has seen a monster, seen a giant, because the ones that have gone, vanished entirely, never to be seen, not even parts. So it's not as if it's like Bigfoot, do you know what I mean? Everyone that's seen Bigfoot's dead, and you know what I mean? It's all fake bullshit, blah, 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 whatever. You know what I mean? The problem is with...
Yeah, Josiah grew up here.
And as you saw, coming... No, not on Crescent Slants, no. In the archipelago, but not here.
I'm thinking like whole archipelago would be a third of.
Yeah, but this is the thing. A lot of people are
Get away from what I was trying to say, though. So if we've been in town, right, for a day and a bit, and we have spoken to so many people, and nobody has mentioned giants ever been a thing, like, whether there was a group of people near here. There's been no mention for anyone we've spoken about of this being a potential threat, right? Like a ship getting attacked by giants.
Of giants specifically, no. Of many other things, yes.
Attacked by something, yeah.
Well, yeah, we kind of knew it had to have been attacked by something. I don't think that's fresh news, right?
No, but that's what they've said,
well, you either had two options. Essentially, it was desertion or it was attacked. It was a 50-50, and I think it was pretty clear from the onset that it was attacked. They wasn't rebelling in any way, yeah. I think it was very clear. Go on.
I was just going to say, let's just do what Josiah says, because I think he's got the best possible option. Let's just go to the area and wreck shit. Niall say this in character. She has had enough at the moment and is quite frustrated by the lack of anything that's actually supporting by. And I do get it. They are just everyday people, but that's the problem. They are just everyday people.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, the problem is, as I've explained a few times. The problem is because there's been no survivors. No, like say if one of the fishing ships had been attacked and maybe one fisherman come back, he could then retell, oh, I saw this. But yeah, because basically a lot of the townsfolk generally, their information's fucking wild because them having to just go imagining what it could be. About the only person that you spoke to that has a genuinely good idea about is the one that helped you dismiss stuff because she knows it's bullshit, and that was Marionette. Because she knows the fucking fishermen are full of shit.
So, are we having a look? As interested, I'd like to know what happened. Or do we bother, or do we just give the information and go, they're there somewhere?
As Naya, I want to beat the shit out of something. I think we go look.
Yeah.
Make sail.
I like it when she's angry.
I like it when she's angry. Yes, let's go.
She's a dangerous woman, and when she gets angry, everyone goes, "Oh, hello."
Oh,
man the cannons.
Yeah. Set sail for that marking. I guess we're
all
going for
cannons.
that one. We're just going to go east and near the cryo. Let's go. Everyone know the cannons.
I will cast Mage Armor on myself.
Ready.
Thank you.
yeah. Okay, that is fair. So yeah, the Ottos will. Right away, Captain. We will make sure everything is loaded and prepared. We are heading south. Ready to leave.
Can I have a short rest? And how does wizards getting spells back work?
Half your level rounded up.
Is that what it
or
is?
rounded down. Mm-hmm.
It's right because I don't know.
What's your wizard
I know
level?
it's arcane recovery, but I don't know.
Yeah, so it's half your level. You get one
Wizard
back. I will do the same.
Yeah, I'll trust you, Rose, because you know better than me.
So I can get 3 back, and I've only used 2. Oh, 3rd level. Does that change?
It will say in. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on.
I can Google it. It'll say.
There you go.
Okay.
There we go.
Carry on.
But yeah, you guys set sail and start heading in the direction of the areas where ships have gone missing, just to basically kind of. From what I understand, you're essentially going to try and force the problem to rear its face. Essentially, is that right?
Going into the trap, trying to set it off, trying to
see what hunter comes to fuck around.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. I will
keep the I'll set the Ottos on aware as well, just to be keeping an eye out, reporting, that kind of thing.
High alert. Medium alert.
Can we have medium rare alert?
Yeah.
Yeah, you start heading there. And yeah, you can see you've got the coastline of Crescent Slants on the right, and then you can see the heavily obscured and fogged in the way in the distance island of Cryo Infiltration, because as I said, as the cold air clashes with the warm air, it's basically created this dense fog that pretty much enshrouds the entire island. And yeah, it's slowly it's you can't see the shoreline, but it has slowly pushed out and stuff into the ocean.
Are we going to fucking encounter Yopnir? Is that what's going to happen?
What?
What? Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you. Enjoy Squid Game. So what's a yacht?
Yopnir, aren't they like frost giants, like Viking?
I don't recognize that name.
They're not like a D&D thing.
Oh, okay, that's why I don't know it then. Yeah.
Is it Jotun?
A Jotun. Yeah, Jotun's
like Frosten.
That's just Jotun is just giants in general. It's just basically their name of the species, the Jotun.
But I think Yoti are like more frost giants.
Jotunheim is where they're.
Oh, look at all of us nerding out on North culture.
It's the best mythology.
Jotuns, the Giants. I say Yopnir.
Something
Yeah, you said something.
I said something, yes, I do do that.
You say many, many, many things.
like that. You said a nerd word and nobody knew what was going on.
But yeah, travel out, and again, this is at a quickened pace because obviously this is over hours. Do you know what I mean? Because you want to be thorough, you want to make sure, and I'd imagine you slowly push your way into more of the central. Actually, I'm probably better off just keeping you on the region map. Because yeah, you basically want to pressure like these centrally areas here rather than actually staying close to the shorelines and stuff. And occasionally you'll see, coming from Cryo, like this is just give you an idea of just how bad it can get sometimes. You can see like some icebergs that just like have drifted away from with the waves and the current that will eventually melt off into the water elsewhere. But you can kind of see like it's seriously cold. And it's extreme. And you explore. Is there anything you guys do during this traversement?
Yeah, I'm on watch.
Apart from the islands.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, is there anything specific anybody wants to do?
I don't know.
No? Just asking, I'm just giving you guys the
I
options.
can't think of anything at the moment, no.
No, that's fine.
Are we not going east anyway?
I thought we were
I know
going east.
Billy said
Oh, it's alright.
I thought we were going east.
Oh, it's alright. Someone pinged they were going down here.
Yeah, it was
sort
bloody
of-
map.
It would go east, like,
To
right,
where
like,
the location was.
edging
that the other
Cryo
ship
as
went.
well. Like, I
Oh,
think
it's alright. I thought
It's kind of
I
the
thought you were
route
going-
they would have
Right,
taken
right,
would have
right.
been
I thought you were
there
going
to
to
there.
I thought you were doing both of these. I thought you were doing that.
no. So
No,
we're
no,
like,
no,
I
no.
think we're just focusing on this one because that's where they wouldn't bother going that way.
no.
Uh,
So
We wanna go-
yeah.
This way. This
Right.
way.
Okay.
That
Okay.
way.
That
East.
makes
Yeah.
that definitely makes more sense.
Oh my god.
Now, I thought you were going to where the fishing ships had gone missing for some reason.
Oh no,
No.
no! We're going east.
Well, we are, but we're kind
Take
of
us
following.
east.
Yeah, we're
Just the
following
one.
the
Just the
route they
one.
should
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're going east. Stop it, Matt. Stop it. We're going east.
Gosh, no, Matt.
See? Yeah, we go to where the shop. No, we're not going where the fishing vessels are been. Sorry, Matt.
We're tired, or we want to go home. Or like to the next quest. Like,
Oh, Josiah's cranky.
Ben's cranky. Josiah's also cranky.
Oh, fucking hell. So, like, how close? Right, this is because this is in, like, it's gonna be. How close to Crow do you get? Because you said you're skirting it. Do you get like onto the edge of the fog, or do you like go in? Because obviously it's gonna create its own
The edge
challenges.
of the fog.
I was gonna say because it will create its own challenges and stuff if you go like right in there. But on the same vein, you might gain more information. You might not. It's gonna be harder to see.
I think
Just
we're
for
not
the first
going
couple
like.
hours. Stay out the fog.
Oh, stay out of the fog. Okay.
That's the only
I was
reason I
gonna
say
edge the
that
fog.
is because. Yeah, just at the edge of the fog. But if we go in, we have visibility issues.
Yeah.
Because if they can't see us, we can't see them.
I don't understand, but and also the shipping crew wouldn't. Surely they
Wouldn't have gone in the fog.
Wouldn't
Wouldn't
have
go
No,
gone.
because that's
yeah.
fucking stupid.
Just
We stay out the fog.
It's just right because you're skirting Cryo. I wanted to know just how close.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
yeah. No,
I
it's
wanted to know,
alright.
like, are you like
Yeah, yeah.
getting right up in there, or are you just like having a little peepsy doos?
We're just mimicking the way they would have gone.
Fair enough. At this point in the day, you are pushing into the afternoon pretty decently. It's about 2:43 p.m. and 52 seconds, 3 seconds, so on. And yeah, you follow along the fog line. And do you guys like try and perception out? Is there anything anyone wants to try while doing this? Because obviously you're going to be doing this for it's about 40 miles ish on the map, so you've got a good chunk of time while you're going to be traveling along this stretch. Is there anything anyone wants to try? Anyone any ideas, or are you just doing nothing?
We're just waiting to trigger the trap, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what more we can do.
No, that's fine. I'm just asking because I want to make sure, because if anyone has like a random fucking idea that they want to try, I want to make sure you've got time to do it. That's all.
There's some stuff back, please.
Oh.
No.
Aw. What about
You need to-
weapons?
You have your weapon. No, yeah, we did take your weapons off. Yeah, okay.
Oh, we
you
can have
your
his weapons back. Fuck it up.
Yeah,
You took
you
his
can have your
back.
weapons.
You took his backpack and everything.
Oh, right. No, you can have your stuff. You just can't have your bed.
You can't have your furniture.
Okay.
Can't have your furniture. You
Okay.
lost furniture privileges.
I do actually have a question for you, Barnett. Just why?
Oh my god.
Just why?
Why? How did I mute myself? Then it's been a second.
Just why?
What do you mean? Why?
I mean, why did you think it was a good idea to... and I know you've given us the bullshit answer, but legitimately, why did you make that decision to do what you did to Josiah?
I didn't feel like it seemed like a good idea.
No, I'm not accepting that
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
Why did you do it?
Hmm.
Come on, you can tell us the truth. And I have been very vocal sometimes. I do bad things. I don't care. I'm trying to do it for the right reason. All I'm trying to figure out is why... At what point did you decide, actually, you know what, I'm going to do that to him? What tipped the scale?
Did you watch me, sorry?
Tipped the scale.
Ah.
Because even I know that you know. Oh, sorry, go on.
But what do you mean tipping the scale?
So, you're not completely an idiot. I know that sometimes you act stupid, but I know that you aren't. I mean, you can stand on two legs and you talk like a person, meaning you have some sort of intelligence.
Yeah.
But what I am asking is, even you knew that old Grace wasn't the most favourable person on the other side of a deal. Right?
True,
No, not
yeah.
True. Yeah, thank you. So, why did you do that to Josiah?
Well, it's kind of what I was taught to do growing up a little bit. You know, taught to make deals, and she offered me a deal that
No.
could...
You decided to make a deal, right? You say this to make a deal with old Grace that sold on Josiah's debt of 5 gold, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you do that to Josiah?
Hmm.
Oh, do you think it might have been a bad idea now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking
Right,
of
right.
bad ideas, oh boy,
Yeah.
here's some
Good.
Josiah. Where are you right now?
He's probably steering the ship, isn't he?
Well, no, that'd be an Otto. The
Right, well, he's
Ottos
probably-
deal with all of the actual-
Supervising.
Yeah, yes. Excellent, Otto. Let's just stand in there.
Yeah, you tell the Ottos what to do, and then they fulfill it like a due diligent crew. There is an Otto at the wheel. There's multiple Ottos running around doing like the hoists and things.
He's probably by the wheel, like that sort of the top deck kind of thing, like looking around and.
Beneath your feet is like your, because like the ship's wheels above your room, essentially, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so beneath your feet, you just kind of hear, like, a faint knock. Directly,
Coming
like,
from my bedroom.
directly underfoot, yeah.
Alright, I'll go to my bedroom.
And you'll obviously, it's a bit dimmer in here because obviously windows are shut at the moment and stuff. So as you open the door, you can see like a dulled lantern sat on the table in the center, and you can just see a couple of hands just on the table, just like facing toward. You can see the face and stuff is obscured. Welcome, Josiah.
Oh, this is an Ivar of a sexy surprise.
It can be, if you want.
I'm okay.
Please, take a seat. You'll watch as the joints just kind of creak and crick as she gestures with that long extended hand to the chair, like one of the chairs at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. I have no intention of harming you in any way.
Okay.
In fact, despite your imprudent efforts to humiliate my boy, who are interesting.
He did screw me over a little bit. You got to understand discipline on a boat.
He did his due diligence, as I brought him up to do. But that's not the point at the moment. The point I am here for is you are in a place where you can cancel your debt if you so wish. I have thought of something I would very much like.
Okay. I will hear the proposition. Remember, it's got to be worth 5 gold.
You're sailing right now past a very peculiar place. And there is something there that I want. Get it for me. And we're done.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll kind of like...
I'll think about it.
You'll watch as the hands and the fingers bend and curl. And they form like a shape. Like she's doing fucking origami with her fingers. Like it's like in non-natural position. Like at some point, like fingers like are broken and like reformed. A white crystal surrounded by brass emanates pure winter. I want it.
Well, my girlfriend might want it. Well,
but you are at least going to consider it, yes?
yes.
Good.
We'll consider it. But I feel like that's worth more than 5 gold.
Find it, and if you are able, I will review it so we can discuss. But I'm no interest in talking details if you are unwilling or unable.
It depends if it's part of a magical staff, really.
Well, we shall see, won't we?
That's a yes, then.
But I know you have no favor for me. You do not care, but I think this could work to be very well in your favor.
We'll put it under consideration.
The hand kind of, although she remains seated, the hand kind of reaches across the desk and kind of just ups your shoulder and just holds it and just kind of like rubs the top of your shoulder, like the top of your arm. As I said, I have no interest in hurting you or anyone else here. For you are currently ensuring his success, my dear boys.
On its success.
Yes.
In
Who
what?
would I be if I was not a proud parent?
What's he succeeding in?
his potential. It's what he's destined to be. But I will not spoil nothing. He's to find it on his own. I gave him the tools and sent him on his way. He's taking a liking to all of you. He cares about you all very deeply. I hope you understand.
Guess so. He shows it in a weird way.
I could say the same about how you show your affections in weird ways. But I was not brought up on your plane, and he was not brought up on yours. There is no point comparing tomatoes to wild gooseberries.
Mm.
You seem tense. Are you sure everything is in order? Do you
Yes.
Do you need assistance?
No. I'm good, thank you.
It is interesting how you people are so good at feigning the abilities to do good things.
Yes. Well, look at the time, and he looks at his bare wrist. Like, I better be going. I think someone's calling me.
I will leave you for now, but do remember, we can finish our arrangements here, and I can reward you if you fulfill it.
Okay.
She kind of like with the back of the hand just kind of brush the cheek. Goodbye, Josiah.
Ooh.
Bye.
Look after Barnet. I have
Okay.
been watching.
Right.
And you just kind of like Homer Simpson through the hedge back out the door.
Well, yeah, I guess he's just like, oh,
Yeah.
I hear someone's
Yeah,
shouting at me.
and you kind of
right.
just shut the door. Leave?
Yeah, I kind of know she'll be gone if I open the door.
Like this,
again.
like you shut the door and open again, and it's all fine again. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. That's exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he kind of figured.
yeah, I think that's fair. But you definitely get the feeling that whatever omnipresence is dissipated as you kind of shut the door.
No, Rose, I was saying, like, the only person who sort of, like, sneaks into his room is Naya.
Hiya.
So that's why he was like,
she could have become Naya. That would have helped.
God.
Just saying.
It was just the fact that she was like, I will do anything for you if this bit or whatever it was. I can fulfill your every need. And I was like, she's hitting on him. Like that hag is hitting on Josiah.
That was not how it was meant to come across, but I can see I can very see how
Well, she was trying to give him a back rub, like, oh, you're feeling a bit tense.
It was just meant to be
The
ambiance.
stroking of the cheek. Ooh.
Oh dear.
It's just meant to be creepy, guys.
Well, it was creepy,
Oh,
but in a more
yeah.
sexually charged way than I think
It was
you
a bit
intended.
horny than we were more expecting, to be honest.
That was not my intention.
Old Grace has needs.
Hey, you want to figure out what she could, what she'll do for 5 gold?
Oh, n-
Hey, that's a different way to pay off your debt. Like,
Yeah.
mm.
Anyway, Naya.
God.
this one, I think she just kind of like she's been
Yeah, this is
talking
as
to
you're
Barnet a little
talking to
bit, and the
Barnet.
conversation
Yeah.
shifted.
I would imagine
And I
you're
imagine
like
at
at the
this
front
point
of
you've
the
been-
ship, and like you see Josiah like call you over a bit sheepish.
Well, I guess if Barnet says, like, well, Barnet can come as well.
Yay.
Well, anyone can come, I guess, but, like, yeah.
I didn't sign up for this.
I'm keeping an eye
What's
out.
going on? We'll go to wherever. Miles is. I'm guessing that up the mast.
Yeah, you can shut me down if you want.
Yeah, shut you
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
This
Yeah.
is
Oh no, yeah.
Team meeting.
yeah. Yeah. Barnett's old Grace has visited me.
Great.
Okay.
Hornier than I remember.
I'm sorry, what?
Devil?
No, like, and he does like the finger and the hovering, yeah, scary.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. She was what?
Well, I thought it was you, so I was like, oh, Naya, is this an surprise? And no, it was her. And she's like, oh, it can be. And then,
Sorry, what? Uh-huh.
And then, she kept trying to give me back massages. And then she's like trying to give me back massages and stroking me.
I'm going to kill her. She was doing what to you?
Trying to give me a back massage and it was, yeah.
Oh no.
You can just see Naya's face is becoming more thunderous as you keep going about.
I'm waiting for you to send a sending spell to her.
you leave my man alone.
Apparently jealous, like she's getting annoyed.
How would she be jealous? I don't know, but it's like
I don't know why she's slightly possessive, shall we say? Okay,
yeah,
apparently that's you.
It's hardly
awkwardly stands in the corner.
He's also not quite pleased about Barnett losing his furniture privileges, but she didn't seem that bothered by it. More that he just wants him to grow up a bit, I guess. But long story short, she says the deal, and I think a reward will be in order if we get something for her from Cryo. But I suspect it might be something you're interested in, so I said no. My girlfriend might want it, and that's.
Sorry?
And then he sort of started. He's like, "Oh, I mean, Naya might want it," and
awkwardly stands in the corner.
He's been traumatized. He's not exactly on control of.
Well, he has just told the entire shit that apparently they're having sexy surprises for each other, and then calls her his girlfriend.
Yep. So she wants a crystal in bronze that's white crystal surrounded by bronze that's causing the cryo problem. I thought
pure
maybe
winter.
Emits pure winter. But I feel like that might be the thing. He points at the staff. He's like, yeah, that's why I figured you might want it. And so I said, we will consider it. I didn't say yes.
Is the staff made bronze? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, there we go then.
Or at the very least, it is at least a bronzy colour. But yeah, It
would give you your debt would be paid.
Yeah, but she didn't seem that keen on. I reckon another thing would come up if you really want the staff thing.
I think at this point, if I'm quite honest, everybody, I feel like we should just go to Cryo.
Yeah.
A lot of things are pointing at Cryo.
Yes. And not only that, but I don't know what more we can really do with what we're currently doing.
Yeah, you've only gone a couple of hours, where you've been sailing along the fog. This was relatively early-ish into it.
But we do have a side project now.
A side project?
We need to train Barnett up. Old Grace wants him to be, and he could do with not fucking over the people. If he wants to be a bit sneakier, we need to train him up, and we could he could try and do deals with people on around the archipelago that aren't fucking us and over and train him up a bit. I think we can. You've got the brains. I can talk to people good usually, and I haven't been felt up. Yeah. And Niall stands in places not being noticed, so we all got a skill set.
And then there's
Barnett.
We can teach Barnett.
This is what I was literally just speaking to him about. Sometimes it's thinking about who you're potentially going to screw over. Like, making a deal with somebody on the back end of nowhere that is more in your favour than their favour, that is not someone you're super close to, is actually easier to do. Like, it also has to be kind of like equal. Like, you hear a lot of stories, especially back home, of hags in forests that cure a sick and ill child, so the parent gets something, but then it turns out the parent's husband cheats on her. Like, do you know what I mean?
When we go to like a settlement, we can train you up a bit.
Mhm. How does that sound? Do some tests.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's like I would also probably say as well that Fey deals are like a muscle. You've got to kind of like start small and train it like a muscle. You can't just like go in and do like grandiose fucking deals, because otherwise you Fey bullshit.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucking Baba Yaga, is he? He's gonna be like
not yet.
No. We're getting him there.
He's got to work on it first by like giving someone 2 left feet at the big prom dance or something.
Yeah, no, it's like I get my first kiss at the prom, but oh no, my breath smells like garlic. Yeah.
Stupid shit like that. You got to work up to it.
I am all for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just sow the seeds of chaos.
Just not us. Would be nice.
Like that's. I think that is literally just the motto of the crew. It's just like just not us. Just not us.
Don't fuck
Yeah,
me,
have some loyalty to your friends. Anyway.
So, right, okay, we got a plan then. Otto, set sail to Cryo.
Wait. Okay, what I suggest, just to finish this off, we go to a little bit further along the coastline of Cryo, just to see if we spot anything. Then we sleep outside, and then in the morning go in.
Okay.
And we were all fully rested.
Yeah. Okay. You're not fully rested?
Well, I'm fine, but you seem to be not, so I will...
That's mental.
Yeah, that's...
If not, that is fine.
I mean, we can...
Would you like to go in now?
I don't know. Do people need to rest? I didn't know people cast spells or whatever, so...
I had only got...
Sent once and...
You would have got that back, though, if you'd arcane recovered.
No, I sent 2. So I got 1 back.
Did the captain say how far he'd been sailing for before they got attacked?
No.
Let's just go in.
Also, here we go! Just like...
Are you sure, Captain, this time? Very good. Dave is very sure as well. She's sat on my books. Thank you, baby. But, yeah, you kind of turn the ship slowly and it just starts to breathe in the fogged air around, and it's thick and it's dense. But once you traverse, like...
We do have cold weather here, don't we?
Yeah,
we've been prepping to go here for ages.
Yeah, but I want to say, once you travel a good 30 or 40 foot into the thick fog, it actually starts to clear up as it's... Because of... Again, I'm no fucking meteorologist, but the way I'm ruling it for the cryo is where the cold and hot are clashing, it's created this super dense fog layer. But on either side of it, where you're in the cold climate and in the hot climate, it's relatively clear. It's still misty in here. It's still hazy, but you can actually kind of see. But the daylight is no longer clearly visible, apart from through the fog. It's basically perma-dim light. It's really dull, like a winter's day. Like, you know, when it's like, it's just perpetual cloud coverage. And you can kind of see bits of light making its way through, but not much. And you can see a few 100 feet further is the shorelines, the actual island itself. And it is no more obvious than it is just a terribly, terribly winter-stricken island. You can see, like, large rocky outcrops. You can see trees that have died because they can't be sustained in the winter. You can see some that have thrived actually, but are pretty much covered with like snow and shit. You notice the water has started to become more and more like a slush and a mulch, as it is quite thick. I would imagine very quickly you guys go and get yourselves into your winter clothing, because you would feel the effects pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The Ottos...
More appropriate clothing.
Yeah, the Ottos point out, Captain, do you wish for us to make land on the shoreline? We can, but it will be difficult to maintain without any port or docks.
Do we have a lifeboat?
I'd say you do. There would have been one on board when it was given to you, or taken, technically sold, or however. It was genie bullshit. I would say, yeah, there's probably a couple of rowboats and stuff you could definitely use.
Right, I'd say more offshore we'll row last.
Understood, Captain. Because, yeah, as you'll see, there are, like, large, like, chunks of ice. And, like I said, the majority of it is quite mulched, thankfully. Given the temperature, I'm surprised it's not fully frozen like a sheet. And you're not having to, like, break through. But, thankfully, it's been agitated enough that it's not settling. And, yeah, you find yourselves on a couple of rowboats that you descend down. And I'm going to assume, just for the sake of, that Vlad is going with you, but for the sake of, because he's not here at the minute, he's technically invisible. You know,
do no harm, does no harm.
Yeah.
That takes no harm. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not going to make you guys roll for it, but it's just going to take a while, obviously, because the ocean is, like I said, because it's like a slush, it's going to take a lot of... Hey, that's my knee. It's going to take a lot of effort. And, yeah, it's going slow. I would say, reasonably, you could probably all cramp onto one boat if you really want to, but you can take two, I don't mind. But yeah, you slowly make your way to shore. And as you're getting closer, you can kind of just see, like, think how Real is, but I'd definitely say even more extreme than that, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you guys want to do?
I don't think so.
Just
head
think-
into the.
Just
We
giving
head
you guys
into
the
the
option, that's all.
crevasse, yeah.
I will summon Kavan at one stage and just kind of like tuck him into, like, you know, where it's like pop him down to the front of my coat or whatever, so I can have a little heater, because he is very warm nowadays.
He is, yeah.
And I'm just gonna tell him to keep his nose out for any like extreme smells, because if it's very windy, that smell's gonna travel
It's going to
far.
travel, yeah. No, that's fair,
And I know
yeah.
we're attempting for a fisher, so just to keep a smell out for anything.
Yeah, because it
intense.
is rather windy, to be fair, as well. Not like drastic, like not gusts or anything. But the fog, because it's so thick and dense, any breeze that is being manufactured in the islands is being contained. Do you know what I mean? It's all contained in this thick dome that pretty much perpetuates over the entire place. And eventually you will make sure, and you'll be able to moor the boats up and stuff and get on board. And yeah, thank God you guys bought winter clothing, because otherwise you'd be rolling some con saves right about now. You can see the breath in front of you as you just make landfall.
I imagine I am very toasty. Got my own little personal hot water bottle. Like, it's
Yeah.
so cozy. Okay.
Pushing inwards a little bit inland, and again, I'm going to keep going until someone says stop. You start exploring the island very slowly, trying to maybe gain some insight, maybe look for some giant people, as was described.
Yeah.
Yeah, keeping an eye out for them, yeah.
Yeah. Look for some giant people, see if anything's afoot, and you're looking for perpetual winter generating crystals. Fancy.
Can I
Yes.
keep an eye out as well? So I'm guessing because this seems to be more like Antarctica rather than Canada, if that makes sense. Like, I'm imagining shelves of snow and ice and stuff like that, or big glaciers. Not
It's well on the way. There is some,
we see trees and stuff like that.
yeah. The majority are dead. the vast majority are dead, and it's like the shells of the jungle trees and stuff. There are a couple of trees that have since grown here or started to grow here, but the vast majority is dead, just for the simple fact it's not built for this climate. None of it's native to this type of climate, so it just died off. Like, there's no real... There's some grass vegetation, but it's few and far between, and it's pretty much buried by the snow anyway. It is borderline wastelandish. It's not quite like Antarctica, but it's, I think, more like Greenland.
Okay.
If that makes sense. It's not quite as extreme.
Yeah. I'm going to keep an eye out for where we're, like, putting our feet. The one thing I don't want to do is put it into, like... what's the best way of explaining? Because I know that we're heading for a fissure. Yeah, I don't want to be stepping out onto ice or anything like that. We've got to take it slow and careful.
Right, so you don't want to, like, step out into, like, a lake or something where it's, like, frozen
Exactly.
up. Yeah. Okay, I get you.
So I'm just going to keep an eye out for where we're stepping.
Make a perception check, then. Would be a very good act.
And also, yeah, just trying to head inland. Oh, that's a 20. A dirty 20.
It's got to be in the middle, right?
Yeah, you travel for a while.
The eye of the storm.
Don't forget, she's not only looking for the fissure itself, but like I said, any potential hazards that, like lakes and stuff, because you don't want to drop into it. Because that's uber dangerous. That's almost certain death. The one thing you do come across is as you're traveling inland and slowly move around, and yeah, and Matt's right to a degree. You are going to slowly head for the center of the island. Does it make sense to hit the island in the heart? Do you know what I mean? And then maybe spread out from there. It's difficult to see, but with a perception of 20, you can see, covered by lots of snow, you can see large sections of compacted snow where it looks like tracks. And you can see humanoid, but incredibly large comparatively, footprints.
Okay.
Not loads. It looks like a singular entity's footprints, but you can see some footprints heading in the vague direction towards the center of the island.
I will avert course and start following those. Also, still looking out for hazards.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
So if I was to... So you travel, and again, this is slow travel as well. This isn't like normal pace. Like, hey, normally in a day you cover, I think it's 12 miles a day in normal pace. Like, you're doing like half. No.
Sorry.
I am the Yeti.
I just meant giant people. Yetis.
I am the Yeti.
Giant humanoid, yeah.
You will eventually come across... Probably better if I show.
Oh, we found something. We found content.
Yeah. You pop yourself on the left side over here, please. Oh, as you do come across Rose, a sort of lake. But what catches your eye more than the lake is the large stonework in... Are you okay?
I landed on top of somebody, sorry.
It's alright, you didn't have to panic like that.
I was going to say, Liam.
Liam.
Just a map.
It's just a map. But yeah, what catches your eye more than anything is what's in the center of in the center of the lake. Sorry, the stonework, because you can see that there is distinct markings upon the stonework. So as you can see, like some of the smaller rocks and stuff, like here and stuff, they are just general snow covered. You can see these are cleaned off. There's no snow on them, but they are distinctly marked up.
Can I go over?
Yeah, you may.
Get as close as I can do without...
It's distinct. They are, and this is clear to everyone, these are large stones marked with runic scripture of some sort.
Can I attempt to try and read it using Arcana? See what it is that it's saying?
You may, yeah. Also, what languages do you speak?
I speak Abyssal, Ancient Tieran, Auran, Common, Elvish, and Giant. I speak Giant? I think I did pick Giant!
Wait,
Because, oh my god,
when did
I
you
remember
pick
this.
that?
It was pre-campaign because Armdy has giants at the border of it, and I was like, you know, it kind of makes sense that she might be able to speak giant because of the treaties that were established.
And you know what? It's coming in useful.
Oh my god!
Holy shit! I didn't expect you to actually know this. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, do you remember like in the Strays bit where we were running away from giants and it was because someone had
they were hill giants. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
and
No, that's
How many times has a language not come in helpful at all?
I
Like,
know,
how many
and
fucking languages over the years?
I know,
PCs
and
have?
it's just randomly worked. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a fucking pick. You know what, Rose? If you
It's
haven't, you
Naya.
can have inspiration just because I like
what
that.
I?
That's just fucking cool. No, I just think
Because
that's cool.
it's like roleplay reasons though as well. It
Yeah.
is.
We had a
because
reason for it, which
Well,
is
yeah,
even better.
Yeah, she had a roleplay reason to pick it, and it so happened that because I'd forgotten what languages she knew, so it's not like I did it like, oh, she knows giants, it'll be useful. Come up by chance. Fuck.
Oh jeez.
And
Cool.
with an Arcana of 19, yeah, you were able to decipher the. It's a warding. It looks like to be a protection ward of tech. It's basically to cover the area and like to obfuscate and obscure. You would also put this under the category of illusion.
Can I put my hand on it and just see if my hand goes through?
The rock itself is solid. It's extremely cold.
Oh
to
yeah.
touch.
Like if I touch where the ice is, do I feel ice?
Yeah. But what you do notice, it is functional, and it basically with the 19, I'll explain a bit more. It's not like it itself is the illusion, or it's a conduit of like multiple points where there's going to be more of these set up in a perimeter that cascade an illusion over a space. Does that make sense?
Cool.
So
So if I move round,
Yeah, if you move past
There,
it, yeah.
I just imagine everyone watches Naya move round and she just vanishes like past the point.
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
Pretty much, yeah. You kind of just watch as the air just
Desire will sort of walk that way quickly.
hold the fuck.
Alright.
Barnet's still a mile
I'm going
away.
to show what Nivara sees.
Yes. Because Barnet don't move shit.
Give me a sec, actually. Let me draw on the map line. Just the line of where the illusion is, just so you guys know, okay? So, like there. So basically, if you're the other side of the line, you can see the stuff that's behind the line. I'm doing that. Doesn't look the prettiest, but you get it. As Nivara.
Oh, Liam's left.
20 related issues.
What,
I'm
Liam?
refreshing.
So is
Well,
that
20
why you
just-
weren't moving?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
With their backs currently to you, talking amongst themselves, you see two hulking figures wearing like bone and cloak tabards and things of nature, like very
That's where I wanted
tribalistic,
to be.
large weapons on their backs, and you can hear them to each other in like a low. It's a hushed tone, but considering their size, it does travel quite well.
Can I tell what
But
they're saying?
it doesn't pass through the illusion, if that makes sense. It blocks sound as well, so until people pass through. What you hear them saying is, I wish we had more supplies at home to eat. Maybe we'll need to go hunting again, considering this island gives us nothing to bear. And the other replies, well, we do have some things left eat, brother. But also those are making travels back home. Find native creatures to bring. Do you have any... Want to do anything, Rose?
How ballsy is Naya right now? Pretty ballsy. So, I don't mean to offend, she'll say this in Giant. Are you eating people? Like, she says this very loudly to them. Why not?
Well, yeah, they both turn.
Can we hear that on the other side of the
I'm
No,
speaking in
it blocks
Giant.
sound and sight. Unless you go through that red line, you cannot see nor hear the other side of that line. But you are what you can no longer see Nivara. And yeah, Jose, you poke your head through just as these two giant folk turn to Nivara.
Puff shit.
She kind of puts her hand out
Another one.
to his.
How interesting. And he'll kind of, and the one further down will kind of just take a step. So very
Whoa. Hold your horses. Just 1 second. Now,
how did you get here?
by a boat. How did you get here?
We live here.
Always?
Does not matter to you, small creature.
Whoa. Small things are very powerful. I've already said that once today. I just want to ask you a couple of questions, if that's okay, before we inevitably get to whatever bad thing you're going to do. I just want to give you guys the benefit of the doubt.
I will say to a point, as you're talking to them, roll me an insight check. Your hand travels through Niles, and your hand, as far as you can see, your hand disappears.
I'll walk through as well then, probably bumping into Josiah.
You kind of watch the majority of the words you're saying, Rose, they're clearly glazing over. Almost as if a more basic desire is taking its hold, and considering the talk you heard, they're hungry. They are still engaging in conversation, but you can clearly hear, you know, like when the face is blank to a point when too many words have gone through.
Just before we do something, because I just want to 100% make sure that that this isn't some sort of mix-up, because I do understand that people see, giants in a negative way, and I don't always. So my question is, did you capture the ship with the fishing vessels or the other ship? Was that you or your people?
We have captured ships before when we are in need of...
And are you eating the people like us on board those ships?
Does something that big fit on a ship?
Well, no,
this is in Giant as well.
Essentially, all you guys are hearing is Vishna, Mun, Ilfan, Goosh. Whereas, obviously, Nivara is hearing and you're speaking in kind.
I'm hearing the same thing, but I understand what it means in relation to other words.
Which is the Russian accent, yeah, because, again, giant, like French for elves, giant kin get Russian. But we have eaten people when we need to. Although it is not pleasant, it is better than going hungry.
Are you hungry now?
We are low on our food. We have sent many hunters out. Very few are now returning.
Oh dear. And she'll turn to the others. I think I know what happened to the other ships. I think I know where they ended up, the people on board them. In their bellies.
Well, yeah, he sort of looks, and they're probably licking their lips as they're staring at us.
Yeah.
Go.
I will send 2 cock answered this guy suddenly. I will activate and
Oh
go.
god. Okay. Well, the second you do that, I'm gonna do initiative. But roll to roll to hit.
just rapier drawn. Yeah, let's do this.
As they get closer, it was like, ooh, scary hands.
Yeah.
Let me don't roll initiative just yet, please.
So first of all, starting with
go for it.
minute hand.
Naya turned into a talking croissant. Josiah was a hot dog.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was far too many words when they are literally talking about how hungry they are, and then Dinner decides to just walk in.
I just wanted to assure that for once, because in the future, if someone says, "Oh, you were the bad guys, you hit first," they were going to kill Anita's. So I was just assuring up.
You just put it for the record of ourselves.
Yes.
As per the record, Your Honor, they hit me first, even though I
28
hit them
and a
first.
12.
They made their intention clear they were going to eat me, and I did not consent.
The 28 hits.
Okay, they take 3 points of force damage, and now I will roll initiative.
So, just gonna label them as green and red, because that's what colours I'm going to assign to them.
Oh my god.
So, green gets...
Does that work? Yes.
Red gets... Is everyone on?
Yeah, mine's gone wrong, so I'm going to change it back to 7. I had to roll it twice.
Well, top of the turn order. It's Barnett. As you see Nivara, like, thrust a hand forward, and just a point of force, magic just goes beaming towards the top one here. I'm going to mark them, as I said, so just green and red, that's just so I know who's who, and obviously I've given them separate initiatives. Hi, Hanacorn, how you doing?
Just double check we are level 9, right?
Please.
Okay.
Yeah, if Danny remembers what he said, we level up after this thing.
After crying.
It's been a little bit while since been in combat. I need to double check.
You said after the next side quest.
I've got a range to start with. So I rolled my d8. I rolled a 4. I just need to find where my
we like those.
Are you now searching for your... Oh, don't tell me, Lee. Why do you not have it open?
Hi, honey.
It was open, but I clicked off at some point, and now it's... Okay, I rolled a 4. I'm gonna copy and paste it. Basically, I can confirm a weapon now.
Oh, it's the force weapon.
Yeah. So I'm not going to throw it, I'm going to run up.
Just extending the width of the map, just so I can get the giants more central, just so the,
Yeah.
It's on the map edge.
Okay. Good map, Danny.
It's okay. I realised I've basically, we're only using such a tiny portion.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack. Not recklessly to start with, just normal attack. Big thing scary. 23.
Big thing get hit.
Yeah. That does 13, but it'll be force damage because of my rage ability. And then second attack.
That's pretty good.
1. That's gonna miss. Even 13.
Yeah, 13 misses, bud.
Yeah, that's me done.
I can't believe you with 26. Look at the next is 11. That is really bad. How are you doing, Han? Anyhow, how was your Crimbo? How was your New Year's? How's the dude doing? How's my boy? As we now go to my boy, who you've just hit, and what you hear, Barnet, is "Pero tun infanto," as Nivara would hear. I like this one. Let's hope he eats well. As he's gonna basically unfurl this giant great axe, and he's just gonna do just a downward cleave twice, and he's just gonna try and crush you with the weight of it. First attack is a 28 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
I'll just roll the second one now. A 27.
That hits as well, yeah.
I'll roll the damage separately just in case anyone's got any fuckery about it. So the first one hits for 21 down to 10 points of slashing damage. I didn't realise how hard these fuckers hit. Holy shit. And then the second lot of damage is 26 down to 13 points of slashing damage. As just these two ginormous monstrosity attacks just bear down on you, and you're able to just dodge out the way from being crushed entirely. But like just the sheer force of this weapon's enough to cleave a man in half, but you're able to just front it, take some heavy damage, but you're holding out. You're holding out.
Yep.
That is... Well, actually, no. All Green's going to do now. It's going to move 5, then 10. He's just going to move there, so he's basically shoulder to shoulder with his brethren. As it is now Niles' turn.
Cool. I am going to cast Hypnotic Pattern. 30-foot cube, so I can hit both of them.
Yeah, because they essentially got together, so they're in like a rank and file formation. And you drop a Hypno Pattern.
They need to do Wisdom saving throw.
Oh. We're going to do green first. That's a fail. With a 10. And the next one is a 7. That also failed.
Nice. I will shout, they are stunned, but if you attack them, they'll no longer be stunned.
Yeah, as they kind of like get shoulder to shoulder, and like you can see Red readying a rock to throw, and then there's just like mirage of shapes just drop over the two, and they both just go slack for a moment, just.
We can either. Don't know how long they'll be still for.
Yeah, because they make a save each of their turns, don't they?
Yeah.
Which Red's turn comes, Red's turn ends.
Can I move? Sorry.
Oh yeah, go on.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to bonus action dash. I'm going to yeet myself over there.
Yeah. Red's turn obviously is under the effect of Hypnotic Pattern, so his turn ends, but at the end of his turn he gets to roll a new Wisdom saving throw. Which is a fail.
15.
14.
Well, they did
Sorry, what's happened?
Hypnotic Pattern.
Hypnotic Pattern.
I mean, I'll double check them, but I'm pretty sure they do. Might be wrong. It's right.
I think so.
I don't think that's how it works, though.
The ratio, well charmed, the creature has. Spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage, or if someone else uses an action to shake. Oh no, they don't have to save.
No. Okay, my bad. But either way, he failed, so he didn't. So yeah, Red's turn comes and goes. Nivara.
So we got a minute.
Yeah, 10 combat rounds. Essentially, should we just suspend initiative and go back to the top?
What?
Give you guys
so
the
what are we
ability
trying to do?
Well, you've got a minute to set up, essentially, because the Hypnotic Pattern's dropped, and you've been told if you hit them, it breaks it.
And I've got something I'm not baby.
I just want to attack them. Yeah, why are we
attack
not?
them? I just thought we have the chance to disengage.
Well, it's Nivara's turn, so Nivara, what are you doing?
If you're going to attack one, we all attack one and leave the other one.
Yeah.
Stunned.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Because we have a minute. We can't even get far away from these things. We're going to beat them at some point when we need to take her out. Cool. Sound. See, most of my stuff is based for both of them.
Yeah.
I am AoE.
Communication is key to a good relationship.
I mean, if it's focus fine.
I was told to learn crowd control.
That was perfect.
It's just not perfect for this fight.
No. Not everything can be applied to every fight. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Cool. Let's... Yeah, I'll just throw a couple of clock hands at it.
Green again?
Yeah, no, first of all, bonus action, I am going to pop my countdown, so numbers start flashing above its head that seem to be reducing in time. And he will be cursed against strength checks.
Okay, so strength checks. This is like fancy hex.
It is just hex. I've just renamed it because we were hiding that she was a warlock previously. Yeah. Everyone knows now. Cool. They already knew anyway, let's be honest.
They did,
Sorry.
but no, then.
I think everyone could guess at this point. Anyway, I'm coughing.
Hits.
And a 20.
Hits.
On green.
Yeah, I've just put that marker on red just so I know he's under influence. Yeah, both of those hit.
Cool. I would have said that she would have gone for one specifically, but that seems a bit like this is all happening in the same 6 seconds to go, no, I go for red because of turn order. Seems a bit shady. 11 points of force damage total.
It makes sense also because green's the one you've been attacking, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Any movement?
Focus fire. And then I will... go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, I'll go there. Thank you. I'm just trying to get out of their way, but I still need to be within range for abilities.
So green's definitely the one that's now.
Green's
I've been hitting green. Yeah, green's
moving again.
5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, that's best. Yes, he shall attack, and he will use his PP as well. So he places a PP bonus action.
Oh, sorry.
PP is out.
They would have taken another 8 points of necrotic damage as well on green. Sorry. Thanks to countdown.
Gets a round of advantage by placing his PP as well, so he attacks with advantage.
Oh,
26 to hit.
Yeah.
7 piercing damage.
PP
again.
pierced for 7. 21 hits. Okay, that one's much.
And then 2d6 of necrotic as the PP explodes. It's only 3 necrotic.
That's a very small explosion.
A very small explosion, yeah.
Look, all that effort for minimal, like, game.
Gave him advantage though, so it
Didn't feel like it.
It does the job, and every little helps.
But is that all you can do this turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you just come running round the back, as this one's now just been snapped out of his stupor and turning towards, like, Nivara and Barnet, you kind of run round and just do gouging slashes with your rapier with a bit of PP magic infused and just, like, start clashing at the thick, heavy hide boots and, like, the wrappings. It's back to the top, and it is now...
Careful, we're spicy. It explodes.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit it recklessly this time. Let's see.
Okay, if you just moved 5 feet.
Oh yeah.
Oh
if
my
he wants to
God.
reckless,
Sorry, Danny.
No, if he wants to reckless, let him. Because don't forget, Ivanka reckless when she didn't need to, because she got positive reinforcement that going reckless made the difference. I purposely reckless when I already had advantage because every time she did it, it did good things.
Which I get. But that makes sense.
Well, that was a choice. Liam just didn't realise. I think was the.
I forgot about flanking for a second, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made an informed decision, Danny. Liam just Liam. Like...
Look, I just want the advantage, okay? Can I have my advantage?
There we go. 23?
Yeah, 23.
Is there still a bit of force damage?
Yep.
See, nothing had him a rage onto it, is he?
Nope.
No. Only another 2 on that, so it'd be 15.
Okay, go.
I'll see if there's a...
Second attack.
$19?
Hits.
There we go, we've got rage now. 13 force damage again.
Okay, so that would... Okay, Greenstein looked pretty hurt, actually. Yeah, no, that didn't surprise him. Nice. Is that all you got?
Yep, that's me done.
He's going to first strike out at Josiah with his great axe, because obviously you did some nasty gouging strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. With a 14 to hit.
Nope.
And then he's going to barrel forward towards Nivara, so 5, 10. And what Nivara would hear is... You made grave mistake coming here. Now you pay. As he's going to do like a sweeping strike at Nivara for a 28.
He is going to have a chronal shift at that point.
Is that where
Try again.
Is that where I re-roll and take the lower, or I have to take the second one?
Let me double check.
I believe Silvery Bob's
It's
to
been
take
a
the lower. I
while.
think Chrono Shift, so just take whatever the second is. Even if
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that sounds.
You must take the result of the second roll.
19.
Bollocks.
Mm.
It's still hit. I can't. I've used my reaction.
She's armored 14. Shielded make it 19. It's still hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beats. So as he kind of just like lunges down and does like a cleaving strike against you, you try and duck out the way.
Yeah, my
But obviously
17.
across your back you feel just like the blade just like dig in as it deals 33 points of slashing damage. Oh, that one's not. That was a big boy hit.
Ow. Yep.
Yeah, and as you kind of just like stand up again, like ready to move away, you can just feel the warmth of Kavain on your chest, and you can also feel the warmth on your back from your own crimson. Just
I imagine she coughs and there's like red blood splatter that's like joining the blood splatter on the white snow. Very cinematic-esque.
yeah, and the giants will kind of say, "Keep it inside. Don't waste what can be used." Niles.
With a bonus action dash, I can get to there.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
use-
Although it's technically off map, it's accessible.
Yeah. And short bow on green.
Yep.
Is the spell better? No, bow's better. 18.
18 hits.
Nice.
They're surprisingly low AC for what they are.
I think it's because they're big. It's difficult to miss something that's that big.
Yeah, because AC is either something that is big. No, it's either fast or it is heavily armored, either naturally or armor. But no, they are. I'll tell you after the fight, but they're lower than even what I expected.
They're tanky,
armored
though,
though,
I'm
aren't
guessing.
they? Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Not for their CR, actually. I'll tell you, it's surprising. I mean, they're still good. I think the thing
Let's
is,
be damage dealers.
I'm going to say
Just
they're,
tough,
I'm gonna
not
say
hard.
they're balanced because they do a lot more damage than I expected. 17.
9 piercing, and I believe I get sneak attack.
Yeah, you do. 'Cause you've got allies within 5 feet.
Also, you're a swashbuckler.
But that's
Very
Swash-
difficult for you not to have
Oh,
sneak attack.
Yeah, unless you have disadvantage, you have it pretty much. Let me just do the math. On it.
17.
No, I'm adding it onto what's already there. Is the so it's 1. Got it. It was just a weird point in numbers that I always get confused with. So Red's turn. Oh, done. Nivara's turn.
I kind of look at the others and I really want to go big or go home at this point. We need to fuck them up. I'm hurt. Okay. Are we continuing to whittle? I'll kind of look glancingly at the others going. Keep going?
If you want to peace out,
I'm gonna go big. Okay, cool. Thank you. I just wanted permission. I don't really need it. I was going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. Lightning bolt. Straight through. Nope. Why have I gone over there?
Because you tried drawing the line and you was on move you instead.
Yep. I could hit them two without hitting anything else.
Easy.
So
They're like, yeah, no, there's nothing in the way that's even remotely in contention. That's dex save. I believe because Red is incapacitated, that's an auto fail.
Yeah.
But Green does get a save, and Green gets a mighty 8. They get -4.
Low dex. Nice.
Extremely low
25
dex, yeah.
points of lightning damage to both of them.
Oh.
Cool.
You exactly did enough. Do you want to tell me how you get Revenge on Green? You exacted him.
So, like, she's obviously coughed the rebel and she just looks up to them and when he's saying you made a big mistake, and she just goes, I like making mistakes. And then just literally shoots it out. Oh!
Yeah, and as you kind of, like, the lightning just crackles through and, like, bounces off the small chunks of metallic pieces that he's wearing. And you kind of watch as if he's just, like, being yanked backwards and just falls, like... And, yeah, this from the stupor... Because bear in mind, Red has no idea what's been going on and kind of... Banu! And you'll kind of know that Navarro's... Brother!
Can he talk if he's stunned?
Yeah, he's not stunned anymore.
He's just been hit by fucking lightning bolt.
Oh, sorry, I went to the loo. I went to the loo. Sorry.
Dude, okay, did I say you could piss?
No.
That's a whole other thing. That's,
You need piss
She
privileges.
just looks at him and goes, I killed your brother. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like,
and he'll just let out this guttural, like, war cry.
Where's Nivara?
Here,
right here.
on the side.
Oh, you're still down here for me. That's why I was like, how the fuck did you get there?
Refresh your page. Oh.
Well, I'll move there and then I'll refresh.
Well, it's your turn anyway, so...
So how's the weather, hey? It's refreshing. How's that a baseball game, eh? It's
Has anyone got snow yet? We seem to be still snowless.
Nobody tells
I've
me
had
nothing.
people post that apparently snow outside, but I am... Oh, Stuart's just nodded at me. Yeah, there's snow here.
Done. Check the doorbell.
Take the left. Take the left. I don't get advantage this time.
That's fine, yeah. So the 26 hits, the 12 does not. Gary, can you get off a piece of paper where I've got all the health points, please? She's currently sat right on the health point pool.
No, write 0. Write 0.
Yeah, I'll write 0 because that means he's taken no damage. I count up, not down, Liam. Yeah, do you want to do
100.
that?
Yeah. That's
well, I can't write 100, Liam, because she's sat right on it. Her button is right on the numbers. Can you please? Right, babe. No, can you move that paw? There you go. I can get to it now. That's fine. Just stay there. Right, that is logged. Is there anything else you want to do for the rest of your turn?
No, that I'm saving some resources in case there's more gigantes.
Gigantes.
El Gigantes, yeah.
Hey, this isn't Resident Evil. You can't use those references here. But Barnett.
Bingo.
Fuck's sake. So poor. It was so
God, no, that was
it was still kind of funny. Liam. Yep.
I'm going to how much speed have I got? I can get to there, yeah. I'm gonna go wee and hit him, not recklessly because I got advantage normally.
Are you expecting a medal? Like,
Yes.
you know, like, look, I'm doing the right thing.
A 22
Well done.
hits.
Yeah.
15 points.
15.
Oh, that is nice.
Then second attack. Oh.
Yeah, 13. No, Blaine, no booty. No Blaine, no booty.
That's me done.
Styles. What do?
I'm just gonna bow again, and then bow again.
Oh, again.
27?
27. Nice. Nice, 18. It's just, this just battle of attrition is now just underway as you guys are just besieging this creature with swings and shots and zaps of your magic cannon.
Bonus action hide, if there's
Yeah,
a
I would
tree
say
or
there's
something.
like rocks, there's snow, there's trees. Yeah, it's easy enough.
Take cover. Cool. Uh, 17.
It is Red's turn, as he is locked eyes with Nivara after she claimed that she slew his brother. Just spitting venom as he charges. Fair enough, beef. Which is going to kill you, bitch. As he goes 5, 10, 15,
On it.
20,
On it.
25, 30.
On it.
Is that it?
I attack, yeah.
You're still. Oh, yeah.
Where is Liam?
Not here,
Cool.
that's why.
He's gone the loo as well.
Why are people not putting BRB when you go to the toilet? Come on, guys, let's be.
In fact, I think Matt did.
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Oh, there's Liam.
23 hits, 12 points of damage, not bad.
Yeah.
Do you attack
Liam.
the thing as it leaves your range?
Wait, it's another range for me. Hold on, let me.
It's just moved
refresh roll
40 foot
20
away
again.
from you. Oh,
Let's roll 20.
I'll wait.
It's been really fucking.
It did move away from me though. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I'll attack. Yeah. I don't. No, I didn't. Yeah. There we go.
28 hits.
28. 11 force damage.
Not bad. But now, unfortunately, he's just going to do 2 devastating strikes. If he could reckless, he would. Because you can hear just this guttural pain and anger. The first strike is a 19.
I'm gonna shield.
But meets beats, remember.
No, I have a AC of 17.
Oh, I thought you had an AC of 14 from...
I have, but plus my mage armor, which is +3 because of.
I thought mage
my
armor made you a
dexterity.
14, and then just a flat 14.
Wait a minute. Let me bring mage armor up again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because if I remember right, mage armor just gives you a flat
My
14.
base AC becomes 13 plus my dexterity modifier. So actually, sorry, I've got a AC of 16 plus 5 is 21.
Ah, okay, fair enough. So you're able to just kind of like, with powerful arcane intuition, just like deflect the first strike, and as he brings his axe up and drops it down for a
22.
yeah.
Sorry, is my.
Well, it's +9. It's more than that. It's 26.
Yep, that definitely hits.
Silver Barbs. That's the one that makes it re-roll?
Mm-hmm.
And have to take the lower.
Yep.
You doing it?
So, Silver Barbs.
Still a 26 because I rolled a 19. Unfortunate, but it was
Yeah.
a good attempt. I think that was a good use. As that is with the +6, that is 31 points of slashing damage again.
Nirara goes unconscious.
Yeah, as just with this just crushing blow, like you're planted into the snow like a good half a foot, and then your legs just give way as just the blow just impacts. The only reason what stops him from breaking you in half entirely is his axe like hits off a large rock, which deflects the blade away, but it's still enough to drop you unconscious. And can you roll me that tasty save? Actually, oh shit, we gotta make a con save first for injury.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's on me.
I don't die, but I'll do my con save now.
Please, thank you. It is going to be a DC 16, is it? Because it's half the damage, and it was 31. Ooh. Can you roll me a D100? Obviously, you want higher. Higher is better.
Yep. I might just insta-die.
Yeah, only one is insta-death.
61.
Okay, that's...
Hey.
That's actually quite apt. You've just obtained the mental trauma freeze.
Okay.
So, on the start of your turns in combat, you must make a wisdom saving throw of DC 15. On a fail, your movement becomes 0. This will happen until you either pass the check or you have a short rest.
Okay, so I've just got it for a little while. That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's literally the first time you pass it, it actually dissipates. Or if you keep failing it, the first time you have a short rest in like episode of combat.
Oh, okay.
Not a terrible one.
No.
The mental trauma ones
No.
are just a bit of interesting flavour, but that one's quite light. Why are you sniffing my elbow? Fuck off.
But
Just
yeah,
like
I
it,
am
Danny, okay?
unconscious.
Yeah, but yeah.
Unconscious, but I succeeded on my first one.
I
I'm just going to put
saw
that
it,
on me to notify I am down currently.
Josiah, see your girl get down.
No.
Yeah, and
Only hours after he called his girlfriend.
Yeah, and I will say, just to give you an idea of the giant's intentions.
Oh my god, that's actually quite funny.
His body language is turning almost to turn and deal with the rest of you, not necessarily to finish her off. Because as far as he's aware, he's done. You guys are a problem. So you kind of see as he's getting up to turn towards you guys, Josiah. I always like to give you guys hints as to what they might be up to, just because, but things might change depending on how you...
I can get her if you two can finish him.
Aye.
Right.
Yep.
5, 20, and he will use this ability in a long, long time.
What? It takes a long, long time.
No, I just haven't used it in a long, long time.
Oh.
Is.
Where I can give life force.
Oh yeah, I would have had some additional HP, but I still would have got dropped. I forgot about my ability to. I have my own PP now.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
But you would have been. Was it more than? Yeah.
I don't get that much. It's only like 3 or 4.
What level are we?
9.
9. Okay.
Well,
I roll 3d10. Okay, I'll do.
Ooh. Is this the one where you're about to hurt yourself?
Yeah, he transfers his HP to you, so he loses it.
Yep.
He's giving
Not
a
a-
part of him.
Not a toxic relationship at all.
We
It's-
said it wasn't going to be toxic, and
No, it
it's
isn't.
becoming.
No, it isn't. He's
It's just,
he
it's
makes sure you're not
it's
dying.
hyper altruistic, yeah. It's like heroic.
Yeah, he'll just like be like Naya and like touch his like head to her forehead and just like suddenly comes back to life. From unconscious, 25 hit points to you.
Is that all you can do for now? Is that an action?
As an action, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you got anything for a bonus?
I will. I'll tell you what. I'll put a PP on Giant for
Fair enough.
bonus.
Ban it.
I'm gonna go. I got the movement, haven't I?
I will say as
Yeah.
well, the giant he's quite hurt. Like,
I'm gonna smack it with my battle axe.
it's 27.
27. 11 force damage.
My PP goes off.
Oh.
Tell me what you.
It's just the 2d6.
Show me what you
I
piss
can-
for.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, actually, no. Yes, no, it's fine. Reaction was last time for the opportunity attack. Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine. Yep, that's
Hey,
fine.
he's still pretty hurt, pretty damn hurt now. Jeez, man.
You also see a little bit of life
Niles?
force go back into Josiah.
Niles?
Oh no, I got a second attack.
Oh, sorry. Go on, carry on.
Oh, have you just healed a bit?
Yeah, I heal a
22
little bit
hits.
from the PP going off.
22. That does 13 damage.
He's holding on. He's holding on. Niles, fuck this up. Niles, fuck
Okay.
it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
Magic
by
missile,
fuck it
second
up.
level.
By fuck it up, I mean miss. Oh, you miss it. Fuck you.
I can't miss.
Right, hang on. Just remember, you've got to roll 3 more d4s.
Yep.
Okay, so that is 5, 6, 10 plus 4, so 14. That's enough.
That's enough.
No, it's not 14. You already get the one on the. It's actually 13. Sorry.
It was still enough. You had 10
Yeah,
left. 10 left. As it's just kind of lurching over Josiah and now as well. As it was about to make strikes at them, like you just kind of send a barrage of just these like arcane darts that just beat the fuck out of it in the back. And yeah, you're able to drop him. And moment.
Giant was not as nice as the other ones.
He-
The ones back home.
Really? The ones back home,
Yeah.
8 dwarfs.
We didn't know that, but we just had to make accords with them.
Because don't forget, the dwarfs you encountered
Yeah.
in the strays, they were playing football with a dwarf where their goal was to spike it into a stone.
So they did try and fry it up then. Okay.
They weren't eating people, at least. Like, in terms of levels, I don't know. Thank you, by the way.
But
Okay.
you all take a breath and you realize that you are safe for the moment. But it is bang on time. Will allow you to recoup your next steps next session. Hopefully we'll be joined by your dear cleric, because I think some of you might need.
Nah, I've got the healing game unlocked. It's fine.
But
Cool.
hope everybody's in a healthy enough state, as unfortunately the wastes of this area that you're in are not conducive to safe living. Ready. It's next time. Might not be so lucky. And next time is going to be on the 18th of January. I hope everybody can make it. Hope everyone had a good time. I know it was a frustrating session for you guys, but yeah. It was like what I said to Ben, it was like you can't see the forest for the trees sort of thing. I think people got hung up on certain things that I'd said in characters, and it was a complete nothing to the. But
We
it's
got
fine.
there in the
Mistakes.
That's all
Like
that matters.
it's my fault. I probably should have delivered the intel in a different way, but you live and you learn. But I hope either way everyone had a good time. I will try and get this episode as well as last episodes on YouTube very soon. So for those watching on the stream, a thank yous. Next time I will be live will be tomorrow, where we probably finish off Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which is really fucking good. Thank you, Terry, for lifting the microphone. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.